Monty Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find the Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hey, the Monty Show. How the heck are you? Hope you guys are doing well. As always, we are presented by The Advocates, theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. And you guys, I tell you every single day on this Fine Here program that the Advocates are just good people to do business with. And why is that, you might ask? Because they actually care about the communities they work in. They're not your typical lawyers who just want that fee and then they never want to talk to you. No, they're invested in you and in your communities. They're partnered with the Road Home. The Advocates are to provide those who are unsheltered, the homeless population in our country, with things they need to survive the cold weather, things like hats, jackets, coats, socks, shoes, gloves. Hit them on Venmo, $1, $5, $1 million, whatever you have. Advocates donations, the Advocates, the best injury attorneys in the business. Oh, did you get in a car accident where you hurt at work today? Make sure that you chat with an attorney live online for free, 24/7, 365, theadvocates.com. And I am amazed. I am amazed at the controversy. This story, I'll be honest with you, this story around LeBron James and the national anthem at USC, this feels really silly to me. If you did not see the story, we're going to play the video in a minute. LeBron James goes to his son, Bronny James's game at USC. You know the story. Bronny James almost dies of a heart attack while working out, practicing with the USC basketball team. Goes through all the process, comes back, he's able to play. He makes his home debut against Long Beach State. LeBron and all the kids and his wife show up at the game. They show up during the national anthem. LeBron walks in, gets his daughter settled, and then sits down before the national anthem ends. And all of a sudden, the media is all over it, calling LeBron James anti-American. Jake, are we making way too much out of this?
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we're going to sit here and say that LeBron James is anti-American or somehow he's boycotting the country. You know, you have a situation here where you have a man who let's put basketball aside for 2 seconds, is showing up for not just one of his kids in Bronny, but all of his kids and his entire family. And I think that to me is the biggest, shame or sham in this whole situation, is that this guy's actually being a good father. He's being a good role model. He's showing leadership. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And yet here we are looking to criticize this guy in any way possible for something that couldn't be further from the truth. This guy rolls up, to a USC basketball game to support Bronny and has his entire family with him. He's not concerned about standing at attention for the national anthem. He's concerned about the safety of his family. He's concerned about making sure that they're taken care of, that they're in a good place. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, this guy is un-American, or, I'm not going to start calling him Kaepernick James because he decided to take a seat for 10 seconds of the national anthem. I'm not doing that. And for those of you out there who are doing it, I think I would just say, do a little better here. Like, find something else to criticize, because you're honestly barking at the wind with this story.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I want to show it to you. I the other thing that I saw a lot on Twitter today, and I put a short out on YouTube, TikTok, and I got a lot of people saying that I'm just a LeBron James apologist, for which I am not. We have talked about a lot of things he's done politically, the fact that he was on a bicycle at the back of the BLM marches, that he was not out front leading all of the civil rights disturbances that happened during the pandemic. Like, I think LeBron is one of those guys who likes to lead from the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is not anti-American. I said on YouTube today, I called him a name that Jake came up with. It's 100% Jake's idea. Kaepernick James. he was not being Colin Kaepernick. And I'm worn out a little bit on this. I'll be honest with you that we attack people like as a matter of sports.
Yeah, we attack people as a matter of hobby. And in this video here, you can clearly see that the guy is rolling up into the game and he's with his family. And I just don't understand what we're so outraged about with right here. Hey, players are on the court doing what they're doing. Crowd's doing what they're doing. LeBron James is rolling up to the game, making sure that his kids are in the proper place, making sure that his family knows exactly where to sit. Notice that his family's not like, hey, why aren't you standing? It's the national anthem. Notice that everybody around him has no issue with LeBron's behavior.
Yeah.
Yet all the online, Twitter tough guys and keyboard warriors, want to come out here and say that this guy somehow is doing what Colin Kaepernick did, and this is his form of kneeling, and he's un-American, and he should do all these different things. And I'm just saying, damn, dude, like, do you guys not have a better like line item to spend your energy on than how LeBron James sits on a chair on the sideline?
It's pretty remarkable, the lengths that we go to with this. And then there's MMA fighter Colby Covington saying, quote, if you hate America so much and you don't like this country that gave you $1 billion, leave it or come deal with me. Nobody gave LeBron James $1 billion. Nobody gave LeBron James $1 billion. That guy has earned his money. You go to China, go to these sweatshops that you employ all these laborers. Well, LeBron doesn't employ anybody. Nike does, if that's the point you're trying to make. And use these women and pay them pennies on the dollar to make you millions. F you, LeBron James. You're a coward. You're spineless. Like, what are we getting out of this? You're spineless and you're a bitch.
Spinal.
What are we getting out of this? Like, is Colby Covington a guy that's like somehow a tough guy? Is Colby Covington's a guy that you've ever even heard of? Because most people have not. And again, I find myself in this position where I'm defending LeBron James, which is odd for me because truly I am a Jordan guy. And I have never been a LeBron guy. I grew up in Chicago. Hell, I have on Air Jordan 11 Jubilees right now. Like, I'm a Michael Jordan guy. But LeBron James is being singled out for political points. LeBron James is being singled out by guys like Clay Travis and Outkick because it's easy clickbait.
Yes.
And it's remarkable to me that a guy like Colby Covington, who the hell is Colby Covington?
I think the shame in all of this is that question right there. Hey, who's Colby Covington? Well, I know who Colby is, right? But I'm someone who's immersed in the sports world. Like, of course, I've heard of Colby, with his run-ins with Conor and all that in the UFC. But if you're not a UFC fan, like if you're not a mainstream sports fan, really, even if you just kind of follow surface level stuff, you've never heard of this cat. And anything you look up on Colby is going to be him hating on someone. That's his brand. That's what he does. And my biggest thing here is that, Colby is someone that wants to stand on the values of our country. So let me get this right. You're pro-America, you're Captain America, yet you're sitting here ripping a guy for behaving in a proper way. I mean, I'm literally, before the show started, I've been sitting here like, how could you even watching that video interpret LeBron's behavior in any other way than, hey, yeah, he rolled up to the game. He's with his family. Like, totally get it. It's Bronny's first game at USC. Like, totally understand
it was a big moment for the James family. Like, this, your kid essentially stopped living on a basketball court, was revived, and this is his college debut. This is a big deal. You can see all of his children are there, right? All of his wife, his family, his mother, they were all there. And he sits his daughter down and then sits down next to his young daughter. Like, this is so much to do about nothing. Yet you look at the guys that are making a big deal out of this. It is politicians running for president. It is whatever Colby Covington is. It is guys like, again, Travis, guys like Clay Travis, guys like Outkick, guys like Fox News did 20 minutes on this. And I'm just trying to understand, is there any controversy at all?
And by the way,
and I just don't think there is.
I think we also can't just skip over the fact that LeBron James is a flat-out celebrity. This guy has to look over his back everywhere he goes. This guy can't just walk into 7-Eleven and get his favorite flavor of the day. That's not how this works for LeBron.
No.
Right? So when LeBron's traveling around or going to different events, he's not in the, oh, yeah, guys, let's go to the game. And, oh, hey, it's the national anthem. Better put the beer down and stand up. He's not in that mindset. Dude, this is a guy that hears the national anthem hundreds of times a year, right? If you consider 82 games in the NBA. Okay, call it 75 just for kicks and giggles. Okay, 75 in the NBA. Another what? 15 times in the playoffs for the NBA. Okay, so now we're working on 100 times right there. Never mind Bronny's games. Never mind Bryce's game. Like, dude.
And never mind the fact that you hyenas have me in a position where I'm defending LeBron James. Of all the things I've never defended on this show, how many Mike versus LeBron arguments have I been in on this show? Like, how many, and I still maintain it was a mistake for the Lakers to bring in LeBron James. I still maintain, like, all of the things we've talked about, I've never been in a position to defend LeBron James like this on our show. It is wild to me. Wild to me.
And look, I understand the news cycle is slow, so, picking on Kaepernick is the easy take. But I guess I just expect a little more, dude. I expect, like, hey, instead of picking on LeBron and making, trying to make something out of absolutely positively nothing, like,
wild.
Let's work on a real story, man.
All right, let's get your comments in here on the Monty Show. As always, the comment section is presented by our good friends at Sound Sleep Medical, soundsleepmedical.com. You guys, Matt Deering was on the show yesterday, and again, I just tell you, if you're somebody that snores, man, just go look at their website, soundsleepmedical.com/Monty. I'm telling you, it is so dangerous for you. If you snore and if your wife wakes you up, or if you have to wake your wife up and say, hey, you're gasping for air, like, this is nothing to joke about. We've had so many of our listeners go to Sound Sleep Medical who had no idea they had sleep apnea. And several of our listeners that have gone, and I'm not going to say their names, obviously, had severe sleep apnea and had no idea. And Sound Sleep Medical was able to take care of them. And I know that snoring is embarrassing. I know it's not something you want to talk about. I know that you don't want to talk about, hey, how is your intimacy with your wife? Are you guys, hey, are you guys intimate together? Well, you don't sleep in the same bed, so that makes it more difficult. Like, you're not healthy. You don't have energy, so your libido's low. Like, all of these things, because you're not sleeping well, you're not getting restful sleep, you're crabby all day, you're not working at a high level. Get to soundsleepmedical.com. And so many people say to me, well, what's an oral appliance? That sounds like some huge thing. You guys, it's not. What they do at Sound Sleep Medical is they custom fit you for a mouthpiece that can solve your sleep apnea problems.
Treat snoring and sleep apnea with no masks and no tubes. Just better, healthier sleep with Sound Sleep Medical. Use code MONTY, M-O-N-T-Y, to schedule a free sleep assessment today.
Sound Sleep Medical, soundsleepmedical.com. Matt Gronzik is our first one in. Matt, how are you today? James, I only care about the GOAT, number 23. Well, hey, man, if we're Jordan versus LeBron, I'm always going to say it's LeBron. Or I'm always going to say it's Jordan. But this is the other thing we want to do. Oh, LeBron sat during a national anthem. He sucks as a basketball player. Well, I don't know anybody else who's had the longevity and the high level of performance that LeBron James has had. I don't know anybody that's won championships single-handedly in Cleveland, Miami, and Los Angeles, which he's done. I don't know anybody that has been almost a perfect citizen his entire career. I don't know anybody who's done the things that LeBron's done. I am, to this day, going to sit here and defend Michael Jordan because I think he's the greatest player of all time. I am also going to not say that LeBron's a terrible basketball player and because he's not. And Matt, you're not saying that. I get it. You're not saying that. But I think that's one of the things I've seen the last day over this is that, LeBron sucks anyways. LeBron James does not suck. You don't have to like LeBron, but you got to respect his game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Matt also gifts a membership to the Monty Show.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Matt. As always, Aaron Wilson gifts a membership to the Monty Show.
Let's go, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you. Jimmy Otson. Jimmy, good to see you. True that, Sean. But personally, I think LeBron takes up enough ink. Not all his fault, but our sports media is obsessed with him. There is no doubt about that.
But this is my point.
No doubt about that.
Like, the guy is followed everywhere he goes. So if he ties his shoe the wrong way, he's all of a sudden pro this or pro that or anti this.
No, he's a villain.
Anti that.
No matter what LeBron James says or does, he's a villain.
Yeah.
And whether it's the shut up and dribble thing with Laura Ingraham or countless numbers of things, LeBron James is a villain. And yeah, is he, a $1 billion athlete? He is. But I'm not going to shame him. Like, shaming people in this country for being wealthy and successful, we've got to stop doing that. And it's something we do all the time. It's something like you can say a lot of things about LeBron. Calling him a failure and saying that, that we've made him billionaires, that gifted him, like, Kobe Covington talking about how he was given $1 billion. My ass, dude. My ass, Colby. Nobody, if you hate America so much, don't like this country that gave you $1 billion. Nobody gave LeBron James anything. LeBron James came from nothing. Nothing. I wrote a Sporting News magazine column about him and his mom way back in the day before he was a professional. When he was in high school, he came from nothing. Nobody gave LeBron James anything. Like this, we've got to, like, this nonsense right here. This is embarrassing. And if nobody will, but if people don't call out Colby Covington for this, this is embarrassing. We're shaming millionaires and billionaires in this country. And it's got to stop because people, if it was so easy, how come Colby Covington doesn't have the money LeBron James has? But LeBron sucks at basketball.
Well, no, he was gifted $1 billion.
People Colby, why haven't people handed you the money?
Oh, that's right, because they don't like you, but they like LeBron.
And nobody gifted LeBron anything. He's earned it. He's absolutely earned it. Whoa, comment dump. Mike Smith, microphone warrior calling out keyboard warriors. Well, I don't know about that. What do you mean by that? And Donuts, calling him Cap is extreme. And yet so many people have done it. So many people have done it. 1939, LeBron called himself the GOAT. That tells you all you need to know about him. He's the greatest player since Michael Jordan. I think his longevity and what he has done, you've never seen it before. Every night that he plays, we watch history. Every night he plays, we watch history. Period. Jeff Woodward says, I'm a microwave warrior.
Okay. I got respect
for that.
Are we talking, Hot Pockets, or what are we talking about?
You know. Mike Smith, Colby needs to take a break from the roids. I don't know if he's on roids. It makes me crazy that people like Colby Covington do that. Like, what has Colby Covington accomplished that anybody is aware of? He's doing this to raise his profile. And clearly it's worked. He's been one of the people singled out for being brave enough to stand up to LeBron James. Come on.
You're casual.
Hawkeye fan in Indy, I have zero fudges to give LeBron James, one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yes.
I would agree. OG Gary, what's up, Gary? Now, to be fair, you should have enough of a functional brain not to walk around and roam around during the anthem. And I would agree with that. Should he have remained standing? Yeah, probably. But I agree with your point. LeBron James hears the national anthem probably 100 times a year. 100 times a year. I believe it was Colby Covington. I might be wrong about that. Retweeted a video of LeBron singing along to "O Canada" and saying, well, LeBron likes the Canadian national anthem. look at him sitting at USC, he hates the American national anthem. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Looking for a problem.
The Buffalo Hunter. Most MMA fighters are, in fact, tough guys. Well, yeah, I guess.
But what has he really done? He's not done anything in the UFC, man.
I would agree with that. James says LeBron's record for points scored probably will never be broken. I can't see anyone having as long of a career as he has had. I'm not worried about his politics. I couldn't care less if it was humanly possible, and it's not.
Issue.
Yeah,
it's not a political issue.
It's not a political issue. It truly is not. Jeff Woodworth, Jakey O, where Monty is east and Jake's face is in the sun. It's where that sun is tanted right now. Troy Harper, LeBron should have been still in watered. Waited until the national anthem was over.
And that's fair.
I think that's very
fair.
true.
But I'm not going to sit here and call the guy un-American. You telling me you didn't take a sip of your beer during the national anthem? You telling me that you weren't making jokes, to your buddy during the national anthem? Like, come on, dude. Be better.
It's wild. And Donut says, what? Show an example. Make an effort. WTF is wrong with that?
I'm not sure what you mean, dude.
Maybe I'm missing something. Sean Mierzinski, you're attacking him for being there for his kids.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Right? All of his kids were there. Ronnie was there. Bryce was there. Clearly his little daughter was there. Like, come on. Yes, Joseph Carruthers. Everything in sports is political now. And it's why we don't talk much politics on this show. Like this thing did you guys see this thing with the Georgia senator, was it today?
Mm-hmm.
So Jimbo Fisher, and you guys may have saw this. Did you guys see that Jimbo Fisher ripped the college football playoff committee? Right? Like, just went ham, saying, and here's probably a perfect example of this LeBron James point that we're all, I think, making together. If you don't know what you're talking about, just be quiet. Jimbo Fisher on the college football playoff. Football is about what happens between the white lines. We've set it back because of opinions not based on truth. It's not ice skating. It's not subjective judgments. We're messing with the game. Hey, Jimbo, actually, it is exactly subjective opinion. That's exactly what it is. Everybody was so pissed about a computer deciding who plays for the national championship. Got to have humans. Got to have experts. Okay, let's adopt the college football playoff committee. Now, because Florida State didn't get in, Jimbo Fisher says that we've turned college football into a subjective judgment similar to ice skating.
Everybody is outraged.
Which is exactly what you wanted. And now we have, not because and not for nothing, now we have Colton C. Moore, the senator of Georgia, calling for the Orange Bowl to be added to the college football playoff because Georgia got robbed.
Because Georgia, statistically speaking, is a top 4 team, and nobody wants to play Georgia because they're so good. And all I'm here to say is, bro, do you not get it? You lost the only game that matters. Just like Florida State lost the only player on their roster that matters.
And see, I don't. I'm out on a limb here, you guys.
Careful.
I will be. I freely admit that. I don't know anything about college football, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Alabama's not worried about playing Georgia. I'm out on a limb there. Alabama, because they beat Georgia in the
When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer.
The SEC champion. This is all such ridiculousness. And I know I've said this every day for like a month. How come rules don't apply to you if you don't like them, but you want them applied to everybody else? Why is that? And I would even probably make the mistake of going back to the Colin Kaepernick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody assumes Colin Kaepernick's anti-American because he knelt for the national anthem. Does anybody know why Colin Kaepernick knelt for the national anthem? Oh, you don't? A soldier told him it's inappropriate to sit on a cooler, which is what Kaepernick was doing. He was sitting on a cooler during the national anthem. So you know what the soldier told him to do? Take a knee and reflect on your thoughts during the national anthem. That is a proper protest. So what did Colin Kaepernick do? Well, he shook the soldier's hand and said, sure, I'll take a knee now during the national anthem. But now he's un-American for protesting, which is about as American as you can be. Like, it's so ridiculous to me.
This is fucking America.
That this is what we do. And Colby Covington, who claims to be the greatest American defender. Like, it's wild to me.
U.S. Americans.
It's wild to me. It is what
It's
it
embarrassing.
Is. Giggity. The national anthem is mostly heard before sports. Really, how important is it? I think when we are talking about the 4th of July or the unknown soldier, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, yeah, I think the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner is very important. When we're talking about before sporting events, I don't think it's that important. I'm going to be honest with you. I've thought this for a long, and Giggity, haven't we had this conversation back on the shitty radio station in Phoenix? I believe we talked about
because
this.
It's garbage.
I know we talked about it. The national anthem has been watered down significantly because we play it all the time,
If
everywhere.
It was so important. Why is Jimmy Bob messing it up 15 times a year?
Why do we not call people who get the words wrong un-American? Because it's diluted. It's diluted. I think that's exactly right. What's wrong there, Monty? There, T-H-E-I-R.
Yeah, first of all, it's T-H-E-R-E.
I don't know what you mean. You know. Wet blanket. Human polls averaged in the BCS. They did. They weren't, but it wasn't good enough because of compute.
Oh.
You guys remember that? Like, the BCS wasn't good enough. We can't have computers making these decisions. Okay, well, why don't we come up with a human system?
Human.
And there was born the college football playoff.
Keep it real.
And now Florida State has the rules of selection from the college football playoff committee applied to them. And all of a sudden people are like, I can't believe this. Damn you. I want a computer. What's ChatGPT? The AI pick the...
Bro, quick sidebar on that. I'm glad you brought that up. Did you guys see the news that ChatGPT is no longer performing at its usual level because it's suffering from seasonal depression?
I did.
Anybody notice that they're having to rewrite the code on ChatGPT because it's learned so much about humanity that it knows it doesn't have to do work during this time of year? Incredible.
Yeah, I am. I just, you know what, man?
Maybe
Is that
we
not
should
who we've
have
become?
ChatGPT decide the college football playoff.
But the funny thing is, the BCS system picked the same 4 teams that are in now. Like, it's never good enough. Aaron Wilson for $2. Happy birthday, Dakota Tubbs, non-casual listener. Yes, that's right.
What the hell am I? What am I? What?
Not
I'm
a
chopped
casual.
liver?
You're a host, not a listener.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Welcome to the show.
Whatever.
Hella Billy, I got 0 F's for how many times he hears the national anthem during a season. He should still stand. And I don't disagree with that. But if you must at some level understand that, then are you not all upset with hockey players that a ton of hockey players don't stand on the blue line for the national anthem? Do you know how many goaltenders don't come out to the bench until the anthem's over? Do you know how many coaches and assistant coaches don't come out to the bench until the anthem's over? Aren't they all un-American? Aren't the defensemen who skate around, who don't stand still on the blue line, aren't they un-American? Do you know how many people don't stand at attention for the national anthem?
What about all the workers? Are they un-American?
Like, I think we try to apply rules unevenly.
Oh, there's no question about that.
I mean,
no question.
and I'm not, hell, Billy, I'm not even saying you're wrong. Hell, you've been a member of the show for 8 months. You know your opinion is valued here. And I appreciate you. I'm not even saying you're wrong. You should have stood.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the point that common sense says you should stand.
Yes.
But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, he's un-American and hates
You
our
know what
country.
common sense says? If you're LeBron James, I'd probably wait for the national anthem to be over
Mm-hmm.
before you come walking in. I just stood in the tunnel and waited. That's what you should have done. But he didn't. And here we are. Right?
Yeah.
TH for $10. What's up, TH? Good to see you. 21-year Marine vet here.
Appreciate
Everybody,
you, bro.
let's go.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for your
Appreciate
service
you.
to our country. I serve to allow people to be free in this country. If someone wants to protest, be brain dead, or just not feel like standing, it doesn't bother me. Freedom goes both ways.
See, and
Amen
I
to
agree
that.
with that, dude. Just because you don't like what, LeCap or Cap himself did or whoever.
It's Kaepernick James, please.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they're un-American. I mean, that's precisely the point of freedom, man.
Correct.
And-
do you know how proud of you I am for that? We're shooting shorts today, and if you look on our shorts playlist, you'll see them. And Jake's like, "Oh no, it's Kaepernick James." It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. TH, thank you again, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank
Semper
you.
Fi, my friend. Hero 75. I would bet at least 75% of people who are throwing a fit about this don't even know words, yet alone the history behind the national anthem. Like, do you know the words "God Bless America"?
See,
do you know?
Look, I think the problem with that is, and I don't even disagree, and you're probably right, but the problem is we can't sit here and say, well, you shouldn't bash Bron if we're going to go out here and bash all these other people. Like, the point is that, hey, dude, yeah, would the proper thing have been to stand? Yes, sure.
Yes.
Of course. Okay, great. We all agree on that. We can move along from that point. Okay, awesome. What we're disagreeing on is he un-American, which is just such a ridiculous conversation to even be having about a dude who has helped millions of people through the game that he plays.
And my opinion is very simple. I have a lot of military and law enforcement in my family. I think I've talked about that on this show as well. I'm a big believer that the national anthem is far less important than having a moment of appreciation for the military at every sporting event. I think we should do that. I think the team that we used to cover, the Utah Grizzlies, does it before every home game. Hey, if you're in the U.S., if you're a military veteran, please stand. Like, that's what we should be doing, because that's uncommon valor in this country. When you go, as Nathan Jessup said, when you pick up a weapon and you serve a post, that's uncommon valor. That's uncommon valor. Now go figure out what's going on in Gaza and in the Middle East, and that's uncommon valor. Singing a song before a game and some guy walking during it is not horrendous. And the fact that you stand and you don't move an inch is not uncommon valor. Giving up your entire life so that I can sit here and do this show, that's uncommon valor. Uncommon valor. That's bravery. When you don't pay attention to the bullets whizzing by your head, that's uncommon valor.
Facts.
Whether you're a cop or a United States Marine, that's uncommon valor. You go live on a ship for a deployment while your family's at home and your kids are in school and your kids are playing ball and your wife is passing days without you. That's uncommon valor. LeBron James did not disrespect the flag, you or any soldier in this country, by sitting down during the national anthem. Just stop. It's remarkable to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable to me. And again, I will just say, you should have stayed your ass in the tunnel.
Agreed.
That's what you
That's
should
your
have done.
best point, I think. Yeah.
It's my best point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your best point about the whole thing. Hey, just stay in the tunnel, wait for it to be over, then roll up.
Yeah. Jaron Eccles, what's up, my guy? That Tyreek Hill ankle injury, Jaron. Hey, I don't know how he got up and ran over the other sideline. He has not practiced this week. You better pay attention to Tyreek Hill, because if he's out, that's a different offense. Ask the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. There are a lot of Canadian players in hockey. I guess it probably has an effect on caring about our national anthem. Just my thought. But again, I even think Canada is a completely different animal. You look at the national anthem in Canada, oh Canada, it's a happening. Like, so many people got pissed at the Chicago Blackhawks. And as somebody who grew up in Chicago Stadium, please let me tell you, one of the best moments I have ever been a part of is the national anthem at the Chicago Stadium in the United Center during Blackhawk games, because people stand and yell and cheer. Are we all un-American for doing that? During the 1991, I think it was, invasion in the Middle East, Desert Storm, I guess that might have been.
Mm-hmm.
And during the NHL All-Star game in Chicago, were we all un-American, waving all our flags and standing up, yelling and screaming and clapping during the anthem? We've got to stop applying our beliefs and making them everybody else's beliefs. Whether it's religion, laws, Florida State getting excluded, or the national anthem. My belief is not your belief. And one of the biggest mistakes we make is expecting people to act as we act because we believe something. So what's wrong with you that you don't agree with me? We got to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Have to. Ron Nolan, less than 30% of hockey players are American in the NHL, but they're so disrespectful to the national anthem. Like, they're not disrespectful to the national anthem.
No.
Come on, man. Jimmy Otson, the vet is greater than Hillabilly. Hillabilly's a good dude. He just has a passionate opinion, and I'm here for it. Mike Smith, same amount probably does not know what is in the First Amendment. Most just think it's freedom of speech. It's not just freedom of speech. I would agree with that. A couple more. Jesse, comment dump. Jeff Woodward, ChatGPT sent me its Christmas list via text message this morning.
Nice.
Well, ChatGPT needs a pat on the back. So, Jeff, we're all counting on you, because it may turn on us and the robots are coming.
Facial recognition.
Jesse Crum, it's your right to have an opinion. I also have the right to say I disagree with you. Absolutely. That's what's great about talk radio, talk YouTube channels. Like, I love it. The eye patch, kind of like people who are devout Christians but don't know the Bible.
In God's name, image, and likeness.
Don't you come in here, eye patch.
God bless.
Not when the University of Utah not when the University of Utah gave every student athlete a lease, man and woman. Do not come in here talking about separation of church and state and the Bible.
Because it's illegal.
Oh, how passionate are people about their religious beliefs? Dude. And then they don't know what their belief is. Have you read the Book of Mormon? No. Exactly. OG Gary, our history was founded in protest. Think Tea Party, taxation, MLK March, women's rights, so on and so on. But one of the things I think is really important when we talk about Marines and we talk about uncommon valor, there are people that died, whether that was in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, the Middle East, pick the conflict. They're dead so that Colin Kaepernick can take that knee. Does that? Do you get that? They died so that you can sit here and tell me I'm an idiot on my own talk show. That's your right. Those are our freedoms, and people die every day for them. Martin Luther King, all of the people that died in their fight and their struggle for civil rights. That's what freedom's about in this country. We're not poisoning their door handles like Vladimir Putin is. I'm really this is a tough. I'll be straight with you. It's a tough subject for me to be reserved on.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And when I was in San Francisco at the great KMBR 680, we had fisticuffs over things like Colin Kaepernick. Right? The pig socks are very different than the kneeling. You want to be pissed about the pig socks, you do that. The kneeling is not what you're pissed about. In my opinion.
It's tough, dude.
Phil Benzer, the Big 12 is going to hold their football media day here in Vegas. Oh. Why? Is this another piss us off since we're not in their conference? No,
Bro, do you okay, quick question, Phil. Just quick sidebar, not trying to be an a-hole about it.
Which means that Jake is about to be an asshole.
An asshole. Do you read the articles that you comment about? Just a question.
So the boys in Tarrant County are overbooked. That's why, Phil. And we'll be in Vegas, Phil. Let's make sure we connect when we're there for Big 12 football media days.
It's a Big 12!
And it's 24 and 25 that are going to be in Vegas because AT&T Stadium's booked. And apparently the Omni Hotel is booked with the SEC. So I'm not going to get over that.
The Omni Hotel.
I won't. The SEC is such a They should hold their media day in Wichita.
Oh.
Phil, you're such a gangster, dude. Hold in Wichita, you pricks.
Yeah, how about Stillwater?
We don't have truck stops in downtown Vegas.
Ain't no reset.
Just the Sphere. They should hold it in Wichita. That's so good. That is so good. Mike Smith, hope you are joking, Phil, because that's not the reason. That's right. Shaner's back.
What's up, buddy?
Let's go, Shaner.
Hey, did you find that missing budget yet, or how are we doing on that?
Yeah, did they teach you guys in Tucson? Did they teach you fractions yet or no? Not really.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Couldn't they have just stood before the end of the anthem as they walked onto the floor? You would think so. You would think so, right?
But I don't think that, to be honest with you, man, I don't think that's the conversation. It's not about what they could have done or should have done or, candies and nuts. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about, he didn't stand. He didn't wait in the tunnel. He chose to bring his family out at that time, which is his right. And it's also his right to sit on a padded chair at a courtside seat at a college basketball game during the national anthem
that his son is playing in.
So forgive me for not crucifying this guy.
Yeah. Delaric, who's been a member of the show for 9 months.
Okay, Delaric.
Go, Delaric. Oh, boy. I farted during the national anthem. Am I in trouble?
You're un-American.
We're going to have to block you. I mean, I think it is a well-known freedom in this country to eat black beans and whole oats before you go and listen to the national anthem.
Here I am.
Mike Smith. Marsha. Exactly. Cougar Tracks. GPSMJ. Greatest player since Michael Jordan. Okay. I would agree with that. I would agree. Phil says all these major conferences want to play their championships in our backyard.
Yeah, well, that's the price you pay when your conference burns to the ground.
That's the price you pay when you start building beautiful stadiums and arenas. And look how many big games are at Allegiant Stadium. Tons. You are the town of convention.
Your last one.
Yeah, I'll be there on Tuesday night. Cannot wait. Going to play golf at the Wynn on Wednesday with Boss Frog. And then we're going to get hammered and eat great steak and shrimp at Mastro's.
Yeah. And butter cake.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dude, you're 30 years old in 3.5 days.
I know. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
3.5 days.
It's not good, dude.
Woo. Jesse Crum, Delaric, it was your right as an American to fart during the anthem. Exactly right. It was your right to pass it. Next time, squeeze them cheeks, boy. You know what I'm saying? Tom Dean for $2. Tom, good to see you. KC fans sing Home of the Chiefs. Disrespectful. How dare you?
Braves in opposition.
Don't the Braves scream out, and the home of the Braves? Jerks.
My bad.
Can you believe that?
Wow. Terrible people, dude.
Tom, good to see you, my guy. DK, as I said earlier, I'm a veteran and people need to respect other people's rights to freedom of expression. You don't have to agree with it, but get over it.
My guy.
Get over it.
My guy.
I agree with that 100%. Let's see. Whoa, comment dump.
Whoa.
Man, I'm like trying to keep up with the comments. Say you guys are amazing.
When you're talking about Kaepernick James, things are going to get heated, dude.
Kaepernick James.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
I like it. Christopher Shannon. Yeah, military service and you're being replaced in your own nation through miscegenation. and foreign importation, but let's glorify the military. Wow.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I mean, you're free to have those beliefs. I completely disagree with that. I do. Blue Hawks. Marshawn Lynch sat all the time on camera during the anthem before cap, and no one said a word because he eats Skittles and he's fun. Colin Kaepernick is not. San Diego State. Glenn, what's up, Glenn? Good to see you. I was a military kid. I lived on Navy Army bases, played Pop Warner football on base at 5 p.m. We stopped practice, took off our helmets, put them under our right arms while taps was played. But what is taps? What is taps? We don't, obviously, I couldn't have prepared for you to know that. But if you think about what taps is taps the national anthem? It is not. Taps, the bugle call, is what is played at the end of, I believe it's called Lights Out. And it essentially pays homage to those who have given their lives in service. That's what it represents. And I think it is a completely different thing than the national anthem. If you are at a funeral, if you are on a base somewhere, end of watch, end of shift, end of day, you're going to hear taps. And for that, you should absolutely stop, stand, and be silent.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that 100%. Mike Smith, it helps bring money into your area and you're complaining. Yeah, I mean, dude, having the conference, the Big 12 football media days there does make money. So, Drew Dozer, the prophet. This ought to be good.
Yeah.
Brooke Shields farted on the set of Blue Lagoon. Were there bubbles in the lagoon? She was so hot in Blue Lagoon. Have you seen Blue Lagoon?
No.
Oh,
my God. Okay, Google machine.
Mike
Brooke
Smith.
Shields.
Yes, do it. Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Brooke made bubbles in the Blue Lagoon. Exactly, Mike. Is it bad that Mike Smith and I think the same thoughts? It probably is. It's not good. Jeff Woodworth, San Diego State, Glenn, happens all the time up here. I play golf on a military base. We pause at taps at 5 and the national anthem at 8 a.m. Exactly right. Exactly right. Phil Venzer, we have a ton of money. We just opened up another hotel casino on the Strip. Yeah, the Fontainebleau that's empty. Did you guys see, and I hope I get a chance to go there this week. I don't think I will, but I hope I do. Did you guys see that the Fontainebleau, which has been, if you guys don't know, real quick, 20 seconds, indulge your brother. The Fontainebleau has been a revenue wasteland. It's been sitting there. It wasn't finished. It's a $1 billion cesspool. Finally, new investors, new development. They finish building it. It's beautiful. They open it. It's empty. It is wholly empty, and it's a bummer.
It's not the best situation, and we all know that.
It would be awesome if it wasn't empty. Grad slacker, way to have absolutely no standards, Monty. What do you mean?
What the hell are you talking about?
How do I have no standards? What do you mean? Phil Benzer, I get tired of us being a mid-major. We're Vegas. Well, that's a whole different thing. And the problem is that UNLV has historically been a transplant kind of. And I'm trying to be gentle. You don't win much.
Right.
Right. You don't win much. When you look at even Rebs basketball, and obviously we all know Jerry Tarkanian, we all know Greg Anthony, George Ackles, Larry Johnson, but you don't win at a level that tells you, hey, dude, we should be in a P5 or no P4, because it doesn't work. That truly is being a victim of your circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
But is Las Vegas critically important, and is it a pillar of the West? It is. I think Las Vegas is one of the most important markets in this country, whether it is hotel and casino convention business, whether it is entertainment, a travel hub, a pass-through, call it what you want. The money that comes through Vegas is critically important from a shipping standpoint. I don't know how many people understand that it's a trucking and rail hub. I mean, Las Vegas, sports-wise, is coming. You have a hockey team, a championship hockey team. You have, I mean, Al Davis is dead now, but
well, you've got Kaepernick James's basketball team coming there in about 5 years.
Yeah, Cap's team is coming. Tom Brady's football team, which he still doesn't own, is there. Like, Vegas is becoming. You're coming more than you know.
We coming,
which is something that happens depending
on
Louis. Okay, let's move on. It's awkward. Shaner for $20.
Hey, Shaner, you found some budget, dude.
Happy birthday in 3 days, 2-hole. 30s are fun. Love the show. It's my daily Prozac. Showgrum. Showgrum. Exactly.
You. There we go.
It is the Showgrum. Showgrum. Same thing. Sean Rollins gives 5 Monty Show memberships.
We got to pull it out.
Let's go. You guys are amazing. Appreciate that. Oh, man, we're way overdue.
Dude,
we are. I am a terrible.
Can you have some damn standards for once? Jeez.
Look, LeCap.
Yeah.
See, this is what Kaepernick James does to me. He makes me miss my buckshot. Again, I'm thrilled that a chilled buckshot that's blue raz is in my hand. It's amazing. It's my favorite flavor. I love the fact that you guys tweet and Instagram at us and show us every time that you guys are drinking Bucked Up. Bucked Up is such a good partner of ours, and we sell a ton of Bucked Up. But again, I cannot tell you how much I did not want to get out of bed at 5 a.m. this morning. Today was back day, and we did a little legs to end. Mrs. Monty hit the pre-workout. I had my racked BCAAs and my 6-point creatine, and it just gets you through the workouts you don't want to be part of. And when you're excited to go to the gym, you just have a better workout. And I look at Buckshot. And I popped a buckshot before I went to the gym this morning and I got through it. I kicked ass. Had a really good back workout, really good cable session. Like, I cannot tell you enough how much I rely on Bucked Up every single day. And Buckshot is the product I use most. In the description below, go get 6 free Buckshots. Don't take my word for it. And in the comment section, hey, if you've used Buckshot, if you're somebody that now has become a daily user, tell people how great it is, because I want to evangelize for this product. It is that good. The ingredients are elite. 200 milligrams of naturally sourced caffeine from green tea leaf extract. You're not getting chemicals to cause a reaction. You have naturally sourced products and ingredients. You have brain food with that green tea leaf that help you get through, and you don't get these big spikes or huge drops. You just get a mental lift. So whether you're playing golf, you're driving for work, you're doing whatever it is you do, and you just need to feel a little better, pop a Buckshot. And trust me when I say you're going to feel better. There we go. Man, I love Blue Raz.
So good.
Blue Raz, as Jake said yesterday, it hits a little different.
It hits different, man.
It absolutely hits a little different. So we appreciate that. Let's see. Sean Rollins says Buckshot.
Hell yeah, dude.
With a, what would we call that? Like a bourbon glass? Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that.
It's a shot glass because it's Buckshot shot glass.
That's like a whiskey glass, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of that. Boyd Lake says, guys, NFL Muzak, is that what's overdue? Yeah, hit it. Football at 50, 10 of the hour, every hour.
Oh, that's not the right one, dude. My bad. Sorry.
You ruined it.
I did?
No. Football at 50, 10 of the hour, every hour on the Monty Show. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get our game. Let's get our pick for tonight, you guys. If you're not on Prize Picks, get on Prize Picks. They rolled out a new bonus tonight. You can win if you play a $20 flex play, such as in like myself. Look at that, dude. $160 on a $20 flex play. See the little demon next to the number. More.
Demon.
A little demon there means that it has a much larger payout because they deem these picks more difficult to win. So why the heck wouldn't we? Josh Palmer, 49.5 receiving yards. I went more. Austin Eckler, 1 touchdown. That's all I need. Devontae Adams, 1 touchdown. That's all I need. I think I am going to hit it like I've never hit it before, boy. I'm going to love that $160 payout tonight, unlike Jake, who's going to lose. He's got Eckler for a touchdown. He's got Daniel Carlson, the kicker for the Raiders, 2 field goals made. And then De'Aaron Fox, less than 30 points. Ooh.
Bro, you messed it up on the kicker, dude. Less on the kicker.
Less than 2 field goals.
Yeah, less than 2 on the kicker.
Hate that pick. You're playing OKC tonight. I love that De'Aaron Fox call.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Carlson's in a crappy offense. I think he's going to make 2 field goals tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
What do you think about this game? It's Chargers, Raiders. Which way do you lean on this?
I tend to lean towards the Raiders just because it's at their place. Obviously, Herbert's out for the year. Easton Stick played good in the second half, but I'm not going to sit here and crown this guy until I've seen a little bit more. And I think this is definitely one of those games where 2 bad offenses are going to grind it out, and we're going to be 17-14. We're going to be, 14-10, like just a low-scoring, throwaway type game. But I would take the Raiders in this one.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the Raiders. I mean, the number's -2, which means the Chargers actually are the favorite in this game. I'm going to take the Raiders as well, and I think it's going to go over that 35.5. I actually think there's going to be some points in this. Don't forget, it's 6:15 Prime Video. Amazon Prime Sports will have that one for you tonight. I actually like that a lot. I'm a big fan. Can the Dallas Cowboys win on natural grass? They're at the Buffalo Bills, who are not natural grass this weekend. Bills are a 2-point home favorite. 50.5 is the number. I'm taking the Cowboys, but I do believe in this. I think the Dallas Cowboys do not win on natural grass. I think they are so fast on turf at Jerry World. I think you look at guys like CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard. You look at what is right with Michael Gallup. They play well on turf, but Jake, can they win on grass?
So the interesting thing about the grass is the numbers say in the playoffs, specifically in the playoffs, the home team that plays on natural grass has an additional 3-point advantage typically when it comes to scoring. So when I look at this game, this would obviously have to be a Super Bowl matchup, of course, but we'll call this a playoff matchup. 2 teams that'll be in the playoff picture. And I think you got to look at this and you got to say, yeah, of course you're going to take the Dallas Cowboys, but this is an outdoor game. It is on natural grass. It is going to be cold. It is not going to be inside. It's not going to be 60-yard Kickingville again, right? Like, that's not what we're looking at here. So to me, I look at this and I say, yeah, any good team should be able to go in there and beat a downtrodden Buffalo Bill team. That said, It would be very Cowboy-esque to ride the high and then drop one to the Bills.
I think Dak Prescott, and I could be wrong, I think Dak Prescott's going to win the NFL MVP. I think that the Cowboys, if you look at them Dallas Cowboys, I think their schedule is very telling. At Buffalo, and then the game is in 2 weeks. At the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins play on grass. But if Tyreek cannot go in that game, if he is not healthy, that's secondary for Miami, or check that for Dallas. Without Tyreek Hill, I think there's a real good chance that they are going to torture that Miami offense. If Tyreek doesn't play, he creates so much space for so many other people. I think that's a big game. And then it's Lions and then Commanders. I think they're going to win 3 or 4 of those games. I think Tyreek will probably be fine by then. I think they lose to the Dolphins. I think they're beating Buffalo this weekend. The Mafia!
Oh, Mafia!
Lose at the Dolphins, beat the Lions, beat the Commanders.
Right.
And I do believe that Dak Prescott is going to be the NFL MVP.
And I'd love to see him get over, too. It's about time.
Okay. Football 50, 10 to the hour, every hour on the Monty Show, occasionally, not really very often. Is presented by our friends at Prize Picks. I am so indisciplined. Jake gets pissed when I miss Football 50 every day. PrizePicks.com. Click the link in the description below. You guys, they're giving away so much money on Prize Picks. If you've been kind of teetering, they have a Rudy Gobert promotion running tonight. When he gets his first block you can go in and play a 6-pack flex play, and they're going to pay out 100 times on that. Like, it is wild the way that they are going.
Yeah, Prize Picks is trying to make you money, bro.
Yeah, it is. I mean, with these demon things, and I love it. I am going to go 1 of 2 on last night. I'm going to win the Christmas Day Kevin Durant, and you can still play it. Kevin Durant, all he has to do is score a point on Christmas Day and you win. Why would you not go play that? It's remarkable. Download the app, use the promo code Monty, or just click the link in the description below. It will embed the Monty promo code, so you get 100% deposit matching up to $100 at prizepicks.com.
Quick little nugget between Alabama and Michigan just
little
came out.
Gamble here.
Little Saban here. Yeah, sources according to Bruce Feldman at The Athletic. Former Michigan linebacker coach George Hilo has been hired by Alabama. Hilo spent the 21-22 season on the UM staff. Bama faces Michigan in the Rose Bowl January 1st.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I think this is very Nick Saban. I think this is, hey, we need every advantage that we can get.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Does
think
this give Nick Saban and Alabama an advantage?
I don't know that it gives them an advantage per se, but what I think it does is it exponentially helps their preparation. I think when you can have a guy in the room that understands, at a minimum, understands what Michigan's defense is trying to do, but has some insight into what the offense is trying to do, and maybe some tendencies this way, that way, like, that helps you a lot. So I love this out of Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can have an idea what a defensive philosophy sounds like and looks like when you know most of the coaching staff is still there and those fundamentals are in place, that seems like a win. And this is a good hire. He's a really good coach. By the way, Bama quarterback Jalen Milroe is coming back to school. I think that was a foregone conclusion. I truly think it's just a foregone conclusion. He was coming back. So I think Bama's in a really good spot. In the comments section, where do you guys come down on Bama versus Michigan?
What do you think? Bama, no?
Yeah, I do. I think Bama's better than Michigan. Wasikowski, you stud.
Turn the drops up. Thank you.
Wasikowski, how are you, my guy? $2. Aiden Childs to Michigan State. Go green.
Yeah, you knew that one was coming.
You knew it as soon as Jonathan Smith went there, but I'm telling you, Childs is nothing to play with. That kid is a stud. He is a stud. Tanner Plummer says, wait, football 50 still a thing? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Grad Slacker, I love my buckshot. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Jeff Woodward, 2 holes, is pulling it out for Sean.
Yeah, dude, I'm pulling it out, you know?
Sean, mental clarity with no jitters and clean energy. That's exactly what buckshot's about. Chris George, I started using BuckedUp this week. I like it. And it's amazing. And a coworker of mine who heard of it online, but heard the benefits through me this week, will order 6 free BuckedUps after the holidays.
Let's go.
I love it. You guys, I'm telling you, it'll make a difference. And the mental clarity thing that Sean talked about is absolutely real. We play a ton of golf, and I'm telling you, if you hit a buckshot at the turn, and I tried to take it on the 8th hole so that by the turn I was rocking and rolling, and my back nines were always better than my front nines this year. Always better. So yeah, Chris, I think that's exactly right. TH for $5 says taps is also what is played at the standard military funeral. It is. I think it's something. Taps is different than the national anthem. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. TH says taps is played to signify quiet hours. Retreat is played at the end of work days. Revelry is played to signify the beginning of duty days. To the colors or NA is played for raising of the flag. Correct. If you hear taps and you do not stand and contemplate, I think you're foolish. Jolly Gabriel, a member of the show for 5 months.
What up?
Let's go, Jolly. I will understand why Bron gets so much hate. You don't understand or you will understand. Car Wash Channel for $2. Hello. Jazz played 8 versus Portland today on K-Jazz.
That was a masterpiece of dog shit.
Alema Harrington coming up, presented by Tri-Day Trading in 10 minutes. Are the Jazz tanking? Did you guys see? I don't know what to make of this Lauri Markkanen thing. He is out tonight for maintenance on a hamstring. Played stellar basketball last night. And it's almost a tease at this point with the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we saw last night was nothing short of scintillating. It was great basketball. They beat the Knicks. And I just want to understand what the goal is. I don't believe, and this is just my opinion, are the Jazz all in to win every single game they can win this year? I don't see a team that's operating like that. When you see the way that Markkanen played last night, 25 minutes, 23 points, 8 boards, I mean, the guy was unbelievable, right? And you look at the Keyonte George injury, it sucks. Brutal. 4 minutes, hobbles off the court. Foot soreness, awaiting results of an MRI.
Those results just came in, actually. I was just checking while we're talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
He's avoided major injury. He will be out the remainder of this road trip and will be reevaluated when the team comes home.
Huge. I also say Chris Dunn needs more minutes. I don't know why Walker Kessler is not starting. It's very interesting to me. And I understand it's a matchup thing. If Walker Kessler can play, he should be starting.
Absolutely.
He played 23 minutes last night, 8 boards, 9 points, 1 assist, and 3 blocks. I just don't understand philosophically the rotations, the starters, that Walker Kessler should be playing as a starter when he's healthy enough to be on the floor. And if you're playing and you're on the floor, you're healthy enough to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about injuries during games. That's after, before. Okay, great. You're on the floor. You're healthy enough. I expect you to contribute. And this team has been so frustrating, man. It has been incredibly frustrating with the Jazz this year.
I think the difficult part is again, it's this word I keep referencing, direction. What's the direction of this season? What are we doing? What, like, because it's clear we're not trying to win every single game. Because if that were the case, Lauri would be playing back-to-backs already.
Yes.
Like, if that were the case, Walker would be starting and Chris Dunn wouldn't be suffering from limited minutes, because Chris Dunn is absolutely one of the best reserves you have coming off the bench. So to me, that's what I struggle with here, is that I'm not even criticizing them if they are, let's say, tanking, if you want to call it that. I'm not even criticizing you for that. I just would like it to be known that that's the strategy. Hey, let's not beat around the bush. And this is the thing that I've always wondered about with the organization right now. Hey, there's not a lot of positivity happening right now. And I think you need a bit of that. And it's funny, when Lauri plays, you get better results. When Walker plays more minutes, you get better results. And when Jordan Clarkson plays a little bit less, you get better results. But you're not doing those things, because I'm not so sure that you're committed to winning every game you play. I think you're just committed to seeing what works and what doesn't work, and potentially, maybe, preserving trade value for the deadline.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens. I'll be interested to see what happens. Jeff Woodworth. Ollie Gordon transferring to Mizzou today. Happy birthday, Dakota. He's not, but he is an All-American, by the way, which I think is huge. Dakota Tubbs says Monty takes it on the 8th hole every single time.
Bro, you got to clean it up, dude. Come on now. Come on now.
You got to get stroked.
Bama, Tubbs says. Wasikowski says go blue. Jolly Gabriel says I have Bama winning the entire thing.
Same, dude. It kind of feels that way.
Rollins says Bama by 17.
Roll Tide!
The Buffalo Hunter says
Roll Tide!
Yes, he does. Tom Dean says Bama and Texas both win number 3, number 4 for the championship. Jolly says can't wait for the 12-teamer next year. Totally agree on that. Ron Nolan just simply says bet. Yeah, hey, free Harbaugh.
Man,
Just,
wow.
GTI Brandon says, I'm usually blitzed by the turn. I'm not a golf drinker. I am a...
Maybe you should be.
Maybe I should be. I wouldn't mind a cold Coors Light. A cold,
Yeah.
I'm never going to turn down a cold Modelo. But, the Buffalo Hunter, fire Danny Ainge. Stop.
No, stop.
Come on. John Dry. What's going on? He says, Que pasa, wey? Hola, amigos. Brushing up on my Big 12 Mexico talk. Soon the Big 10 and SEC won't understand our languages and signs. No sign stealer guy against the Big 12.
Sign stealer guy.
Carruthers says Blazers should tank and get rid of Scoot Henderson. Why would you want to get rid of Scoot Henderson?
No idea.
That team is not talented enough right now.
No idea.
Capazzo. Standard Jazz. Lots of hype during the preseason. Then they just stink it up during the season. They didn't last year.
No, they didn't. They overachieved last year.
By a lot. And I think that's part of the issue. The Jazz were so good last year that the expectation is they would be better this year. And I just don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think so much has changed in their rotations.
And it just seems like the flow there with the rotation, it just isn't there this year. Like there's not, hey, Donovan, Mike, Jordan coming off the bench. Like, Donovan, Mike, Rudy, Boyan, Royce in the starting five. Rudy or JC coming off the bench. You don't have that now.
The Kessler thing bothers me.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're bringing him off the bench. I'm not sure what the strategy or excuse is. Don't get it at all.
Yeah, I don't. I am a believe he's minted in my opinion. John Dry says way and way. Car Wash Channel says yes. The Jazz are going to win every game the rest of the year. Yeah, I don't think so. You want to bet that?
Because shit's going good.
Jolly Gabriel, the Jazz need to take the route of the Magic. Well, the Magic. How good is Paolo Banchero?
Outstanding.
God damn. Car Wash Channel. Jazz are going to win the rest of every game this season. Oh, look, Big Daddy Magic's here.
Well.
No Victor, no peace. If they were doing this last year. And Victor is the way, right? Wow, Victor Wembanyama. If he were on the Jazz, we'd be talking championships.
Victor's the way.
Tell me that's not what you're thinking.
Real quick. Can we not give him some credit for being on brand? We haven't heard from you in months. In the
Big
first
Daddy
comment,
Magic.
Yeah.
I
First
love you,
comment
dude.
and right back on the Victor train.
And seriously, Victor Wembanyama, I'm telling you, man. And he's been great.
Victor's the way.
I also think that's something we need to talk about. Victor Wembanyama has been, when you have that much pressure and those kinds of expectations, and I don't care if you're LeBron James or Victor Wembanyama, to come out and play the way he played against the Lakers last night, I was amazed. He took Anthony Davis to task. And you say what you want about street clothes. Anthony Davis played, but when he's dressed, he's
street clothes Davis.
Chuck, you're not wrong. But when Anthony Davis has played this year, and he's played a lot, that dude has been a bad dude.
Yes.
And they dunked on each other. Victor was in the passing lanes playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Victor credit for being a dog about it, dude. I mean, the guy's got the attitude. There's no question.
Yeah, and listen, when we talk about, the absolute dogs on this show, you have to bring on the Lemon Herring. Here he is.
What's up, guys?
Good to see you.
It's great to see you. I love when I hear the impersonation of that fan base out there, whether it's the Jazz fan, whoever it is. If we had Victor Wembanyama, we would. They've lost 18 in a row, right? I mean, come on. He is a heck of a player. And I would agree 100% on the assessment of this guy. He is a dog, man. The guy can play.
Yep.
And, you look at Anthony Davis, what he did in the in-season tournament championship game. And I was texting, I got a friend. He's a big Lakers fan, right? I said, if you guys have this guy all year, then watch out. But you won't.
No, you won't. And LeBron's dealing with this calf and disrespecting America, supposedly. And the Lakers are always a sideshow, but I need a favor, and I don't ask people for favors often. Next time you see Will Hardy, can you let him know that it hurts my soul when Walker Kessler doesn't start? I'm a huge Walker Kessler guy.
Yeah.
Why is he coming off the bench, in your opinion?
I think that there are reasons. I don't pretend to know the insight on as far as all of the different reasons why different things are happening. I know when he first came back from this injury, when he had a multiple game layoff, they were concerned for him to get back in it a little bit easier. And I'll tell you, Monty, you should be glad that he's in there against second team guys, because he dominates completely when he's playing against those guys. Now, that's not to say that he's not a great player and can be great in the starting lineup against everybody else's front line as well. But I think that there were reasons for that, and some of it, and this is just me speculating, maybe for him to continue to chip away at this lack of confidence that he had. And you go in there against the second team and you dominate against them, and you remind yourself, oh man, I am a baller. I remember how I played last year, and I did make the US team. And there are reasons why I'm, an NBA player, and there are reasons why I had the block numbers that I had last year. So I think that there's some of that stuff is beyond our pay grade. And I always say this, and I'm asked at times to try to break down what a coach is thinking or second guess somebody. And I'm always of the opinion that I'm going to make the assumption that the coach has more information than me. Let's go with him. So but that doesn't mean that we don't all second guess and have our opinions. Yeah. But I think that and I don't know what the starting lineup, we haven't gotten that just yet from the Jazz for tonight's game. Obviously they're dealing with a lot more now with Keyonte George not making the trip and waiting on kind of what his evaluation will be when the team comes back. Yeah. But I don't know. Walker Kessler, I would assume, will quickly be reassimilated into the starting lineup. And I believe John Collins is out again tonight with the illness.
Yeah. But wait, last week, I think all three of us decided we know more than Danny Ainge. So we don't, Will Hart, and that's the funny thing. And I know we talked about this last week, but I think it's hard to be on the outside. And, even as people, I've covered this league for 30 years, you have no idea what conversations or incidents or relationships or what you don't know who's on a minutes restriction truly, or I just think there's a lot behind the scenes. This Keyonte George thing was terrifying last night. Yeah. I've espoused his greatness on this show. The latest news is, according to Tony Jones at The Athletic, that he's dodged a major injury. He will not be on the trip, though. How good has Keyonte George been, or maybe not good? Like, what is your assessment of what Keyonte's brought to the Jazz?
I think that he's been fantastic. I really do. And I marvel at the maturity of this kid. And I get that his road was, accelerated with IMG and 1 year at Baylor, where he had a chance to really run that show, and he gets drafted, and he's a 19-year-old. And there's a lot of things that you have these expectations, and they're relatively low because he's so young, and he has exceeded, at least for me, all expectations for a guy that you pick in the teens. And so I look at everything that we're getting from Keyonte George, and the most important thing is his availability and his ability to be on the floor and getting the game experience that he has been getting prior to this injury. To me, those are the things that he didn't already have. And we're getting a chance to see the things that he was born with, the things that are continuing to be developed within him. But the on-the-floor experience, in my opinion, is huge. And which is kind of wild in some ways to think that Keyonte goes out early in this game, and the Jazz have one of their best assist games that they've ever had, at least this season, right? Second best of the season, if I'm not mistaken. The Jazz played good basketball last night. The Knicks are a good team, and they're a team that knows how to win. And the Jazz were able, even though they struggled down the stretch to close this thing out, they were still able to do it. And what they did prior to that in quarters 1 through 3, I think there's a lot that they can pull from there that they'll really love. And there's some stuff in the fourth quarter that they're going to look at when the ball started to get stuck a little bit and guys were getting a little bit maybe tight. that they can build on. But last night's win was huge, and just for a lot of reasons. But it gave guys opportunities. Sexton has been playing fantastic of late. We'll talk about him on our pregame show here tonight on KJazz and Jazz Plus.
I'll tell you, I mean, and I this is probably a ridiculous thing to say, but you know, my takeaway from that game is Lauri Markkanen's very good at basketball. Now, I don't know what I can donate to get his hamstring healthy, and maybe I can supply the massage therapist and the physios. That cat's got to be healthy, because the glimmer of what this team was versus could be, isn't that what that was last night against the Knicks? That's what we all thought this team was going to be.
I think you're right. And that's even with, Jordan Clarkson out for this game and Keyonte out early on in this game. The thing that you caught the glimpse of, and 8 games is a long time to be out. I mean, we forget. My memory, I can't remember what I did 10 minutes ago. And so a guy is missing for 8 games, and it's like, oh, yeah, I think he was pretty good. He was pretty good, right? We're asking, did anybody confirm that? Was he good, right? Like, he's a good player. But you watch him, he comes out after 8 games away from the floor, and his ability to simply step right out there and act like, oh, I didn't miss any games. This is where I left off, and score 20+ on a minutes restriction and be able, his catch and shoot, his man. 3, it's just, it's remarkable to watch just how good this kid is. And Mike and I talked about this a couple of nights ago. We were talking about it again on our production meeting today. Lauri Markkanen went from last year's season, which included being an all-star, right? So no all-star break for him. Then he goes right to military service, and then on to European play for the national team, and then straight to Jazz camp. I mean, you talk about fatigue. I get these guys are young, but that's a grueling schedule. Yeah. So it's not surprising to me. And Walker Kessler, similarly, without the military service, obviously, but he goes into international play and then into Jazz camp. And I think you're seeing, and even, Jordan Clarkson for that. We had 5 guys, by the way, that were playing for their national teams. Yeah. So we have guys that I think are having some overuse types of injuries. We're talking about hamstrings, quad injury that kind of turns into or morphs into a hamstring injury in the case of Jordan Clarkson. But it was great to see Lauri out there last night, and man, he looked good. And as you guys have already probably reported, Lauri is listed as out tonight for, I think it's hamstring
maintenance. Yeah.
Maintenance is the term that we use these days. Right.
But isn't this why LeBron is such a unicorn? I mean, I am not a fan. Olympic years, you can mark it down. You're going to lose dudes in Olympic years. And whether it's the Kobe's, or look at Chris Middleton, the injuries he's dealt with, or it's tough when you think about what you just said. From the Jazz to military to the team, like national team, do you think they were just chilling at the barbecue in that military service? They were not. Yeah. Like, we saw the pictures of him all painted up. Like, it's what these guys go through just to be NBA athletes.
Yeah.
And the pounding on the joints, it's amazing. But you were talking about replays. And one of the things I thought was so interesting, my wife at Tri-Day Trading was talking to her coach Phil yesterday, and he was talking about the tool where you can go back, and because my wife has had some trades where she said, man, this looks like a winner and everything's pointing in the right direction, and then you don't win.
Yeah.
And Phil's like, hey, use the replay tool. Go back and watch it happen. Like, I think it's so cool at Tri-Day Trading that you have the ability, just like you're an athlete, go back and watch the tape and learn from maybe the mistakes, or maybe it wasn't a mistake, but you can go back and relive those moments, both great and bad.
Yeah, you think of, anything that you're pursuing, you'd love to be able to have that replayability. And so at Tri-Day Trading, we do have that replayability. You go back and look at exactly what happened. Also, part of this proprietary software, you can go back in time and you can take a moment in time and not know or not look at, what the final, result is going to be, but you play it out. and your coach will work with you. Okay, what would you do here? What would you do here? What would you do here? What would you do? Then you make those decisions, and then the coach will say, okay, let's see how that ended up. And then they can fast forward in time because this is from the past and say, okay, was the result. And all of those things, by the way, go into the algorithm and the proprietary software to help in the predictions. But that's a beautiful tool that is available to those that join us at Tri-Day Trading. And those are some of the learning tools and some of the stuff that you'll do all of this stuff before you even go live. And then once you've gone live, you still have your coach and you're still working on getting better. It's just like anything else that you do in life, and you want to get better and you want to be the best and you want to win, and they want you to win too. So I love that you're talking about the various tools that are available as part of the Tri-Day Trading program. And again, one of my favorite parts is they are invested in you as a trader. They want you to win because they're funding your account. They're going to fund your account to trade the money, and whatever you win or you make, you keep up to 80% of that. Right. Yeah. So they want you to be successful because they have, skin in the game too. But I love Phil is a good friend of mine. I love him. He's a great coach. Jared Johnson, who's my coach. They have coaches that will be able to customize and tailor a program that is going to work for you. And that doesn't matter whether you want to trade in the evenings, you want to trade in the mornings. I tell people, just go to trydaytrading.com. If you've got questions, you can go there and get the information and get started.
Yeah, and I think that continuing education piece is so important because we all need coaches, whether you're a talk show host, whether you are an unbelievable TV analyst or a day trader. You need somebody to say, well, hey, try this or tweak this. And I think that's the amazing thing, because we all talk about the money and, hey, you're going to make great money and look at all the success stories. But there's work that goes into that, and there's processes that you're only going to get at trydaytrading.com. And you get guys like Phil, and I can't say enough about that point right there, Lemma. They fit it into your life. My wife works a 60-hour full-time job at a massive tech company. She trades in the morning, and we trade at night. Yeah. And Phil taught her how to fit that into her life so that it works on both ends of the day, and you still make your money at your regular job.
Yeah. And these people, the coaches, they're doing it too. Jared, Phil, Nina is a great success story. Her story, by the way, is on the website if you want to go and check it out. And they want you to be all in. They want you to believe that you can do this. And everybody has questions. Yeah. And so you have this $10 30-day trial that is available. And for $10, it's going to go to Sub for Santa, going to go to a local charity. You have all of those resources available to you, and you can find out within 30 days if this thing is right for you. And I can't think of a better gift. Like if you want to gift somebody something that's really going to make a difference in their life, well, how about, taking care of that $10 for the 30-day trial and being able to expose them to those resources and a different way to be in control of your financial future at Tri-Day Trading.
Yep. Skill development never ends as humans. Always good to see you, Lemma. I really appreciate your time on the show, man. Thanks for your contributions. We'll talk to you next week, my guy.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
There you go. Lemma Harrington. Catch him on Jazz Plus and KJazz tonight. Jazz and Blazers in Portlandia. I know you guys think that I espouse way too much about Tri-Day Trading. It's $10. And the charity right now is Sub for Santa. So your $10 goes to Sub for Santa. So people who don't ordinarily get Christmas gifts are getting them from Tri-Day Trading because they're donating to Sub for Santa. And so it's not like Tri-Day keeps your money. They give it to Sub for Santa, and then you get their program for 30 days. Dudes, I'm telling you, I'm excited. I love going home and trading. And I tell you every day, Australian dollar versus Japanese yen is my wheelhouse. I love that particular currency trade, but you can pick any one you want. And it's rewarding. It's exciting. And we sit here and we practice putting all day in our studio. And, we go to the driving range and think about a free throw. You let that free throw go. You're like, that's wet. And then it rims out. And you're like, how did that not go in? Same thing with trades. And my wife has not had many losers in trading. She's done really, really well. And she's using this replay tool with her during her coaching sessions where they take you back to your trade and they're like, well, they'll show you exactly why that trade did not win. and why, hey, maybe you should have bought here instead of sold, because you have a choice. Am I going to sell right now or am I going to buy right now? And they'll tell you, hey, this is why this was a sell instead of a buy. You should have sold here, but maybe you bought. Hey, you should have bought here instead of sold. And look at the replay. And, okay, well, here's where you got in. And now they're going to fast forward. And it's going to show you what it does. And they can stop it and say, hey, here's where this should have been an indicator to you. Or you
Absolutely.
guys, it's a great Christmas gift. TryDayTrading.com/Monty. Tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. I think that's exactly right. It is a great Christmas gift. And the skill development and the I don't know, the self-confidence and the relationship you build with yourself, you guys. I know you think I'm just waxing on. How's your relationship with yourself? Legit question. How's your relationship with yourself? Chad Carter just had a better relationship with himself because he is the newest member of the Monty Show. Let's go, Chad. Good to see you, my friend. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining our little clan here on the Monty program. Gumby Fresh Out says Schlotsky's.
Okay.
What Jeff Woodworth, sub for Santa. Where? From Subway, Jimmy John's, Quiznos? I seriously don't think there is. Jersey Mike's is the only choice.
Facts, dude.
Why is Jersey Mike's not getting more love on the show?
Yeah, why are you guys rolling out, Jimmy John's and
Yes,
Subway?
Mike Smith. Leave Subway off the damn list, please.
Come on, dude. Like, what are we doing, man?
Stop it. Garbage. By the way, my wife made homemade mashed potatoes with chives in them. Oh my God.
I'm so bricked up right now.
Dude.
Big chives guy.
If you're not using your Instapot, she made homemade mashed potatoes and chicken in like an hour period. I had chicken breast and eggs after the gym this morning. Phenomenal. Phoenix Masta. Quiznos still exists. Yes. And Quiznos is not terrible.
No, Quiznos is good.
Not terrible. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Drew Dozer. Jersey Mike's. You have to. Come on. And they're I've had Schlotsky's once and I don't remember it.
Which means it's not very good.
OG Gary, they'll show you why you were sell side liquidity and not a hold. Exactly. Jeff Woodworth, I wish Phoenix Master loved Quiznos. Yes. Glenn says, so Monty, you're saying Tri-Day employs progressive replays. They do.
Listen, we're gonna review the film and we're gonna trade for the pro rata we deserve. Okay.
Yes. I will admit that there is some learning curve in day trading. But dude, you go back in this replay function I'm telling you about, and you're like, damn. Because you see it plain as day. The coaching is so good. The teaching's really good. You know really quickly, hey, here's the 4 things I'm looking at. This is what I don't like. This is what I'm looking for. Oh, that's a sell. Like immediately, when you open up your software, once you get into the site, you're like, oh yeah, this is a sell. We're selling. And then when you miss on that trade and you lose on that trade, and I'm usually a guy, if I lose, I'm in that trade. I'm what's called a scalp trader. And a lot of people are when you first start trading. You're in it for like 5 minutes. You're at one, it's called a candle. You're in it for a candle. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to get out of this. And then you go back and you look at that replay and you're like, yeah, the big guys were up and the little guys were down. Yeah, probably should have bought. You're like, you idiot. Right? Like, but you learn. It's great. John Dry, I think subs are going out of date. Who eats subs anymore? Quiznos. Amazing, out of date. Jersey Mike's, amazing, in date. Blimpies? I haven't had a Blimpie sub ever, I don't think.
What are you talking about, man?
Phoenix Master, the Quiznos where I used to live in Anthem, closed years ago. A lot of them did. Sean Rollins, yay button, please.
Yay button. We're calling for drops now.
Yay! We are calling for drops now. That's what I'm saying. The Buffalo Hunter. Subway is good. If you don't like Subway, it's your own fault for making shitty orders.
Damn, bro. Good Lord.
Oh, my God. You're not wrong. Penn Station. Yes, the Penn Station. Penn Station, you guys. Have you had Penn Station? If you haven't had Penn Station, don't even joke. It's not the Happy Ending Valley fighting Paternos. No, friends. No. Phoenix says Jersey Mike's is from the state I was born in, so they were liked within our house. Yes, sir.
Well,
Gumby Fresh Out is trying to pick a fight. Gumby, why choose violence?
Dude.
Why choose violence?
What are you doing, man?
Why?
Get out of my way, dude.
OG Gary, Jersey Mike's is amazing, especially the original Italian. Yes. Carruthers says Subway is good. I'm not saying Subway is bad, but when we're comparing it to, like, it's not even in the same hemisphere calorically as Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, it has no business being in the same conversation, dude.
That's what I'm saying. James says Jimmy John's is good if you want it fast. Totally agree. When you're in a pinch and it's like 1:30 and you're like, damn, dude, I haven't even written the show. Jersey Mike's. No, I can't do it. Too long. Okay, Jimmy John's. Freaky fast. That's exactly right. Sean says Jersey Mike's #1 in my town. Jimmy John's is sloppy seconds.
You got to get stroked.
I mean, the bread choices are mid.
Oh, my God. I ate Jersey Mike's once recently, and it was pretty good. You should. Boss Frog. Hi, Jakey Two Holes.
So, dude.
So, dude.
Hey, did you go to the rooftop range in New York City, or how's the golf game looking?
Yeah, I am excited.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to, dude, I'm checked. I'll be honest with you guys.
Dude, same.
I'm ready to go to Vegas today. I'm ready. You know. Lee Jensen, got to go to more betters with my guy Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba better?
No.
Mo
dude.
Mo Bamba.
No.
Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Exactly. Uncle Filthy, see how I stalled for you?
I'll
say it. Subway is bad. It's effing terrible.
There is no question.
How about Day? Okay.
I'm not really sure what you mean by that, sir.
Mike Smith, I still eat Subways, only sub place within an hour, but not as good as the others. Exactly. Chad Carter. Hi, Chad. What's up? Thanks for the kind welcome. I'm in Toledo, Ohio. You guys remember that? Wasn't that a Delta Airlines commercial? You remember when the kids were naming off all the towns?
Toledo.
No Quiznos around anymore, but loved it when it was close. Schlotsky's is good. It is.
Are you a Ohio State fan then, or what are we working with?
You're not a Michigan fan.
Hey, you never know.
I'm guessing, Chad. If you're in Toledo, maybe you're a fan of Toledo. Maybe the Toledo Blades.
Toledo doesn't have fans.
That's true. That's a lie. Wasikowski.
Hey.
Oh, I believe Penn Station is only on the East Coast. Amazing cookie. Yes, they had them in St. Louis, I think. St. Louis. Pretty sure. Gumby Fresh Out. I might have to make a trip to Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's soon. You do.
You know, the biggest thing with Jimmy John's is the bread selection just isn't as good, dude. You gotta have.
I agree with that.
You gotta have rosemary, dude.
Bread makes the sando.
Absolutely.
Bread makes the sando. But if you go to like any of the, what's the name of the place over by Harmon's with the big sandwiches? The Village Baker.
Oh,
is it Village Baker?
That's one of them.
Oh, so good. So good. Jeff Woodworth, Jersey Mike's cold subs are good. Cheesesteaks, not so much. You don't go there for a cheesesteak.
No.
I totally agree with that. A&W depends on location. And I haven't been to an A&W in a very long time. UW fan Jim, is Quiznos still a thing? I think it is.
Select locations.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Smith says, we had A&W place years ago. Loved it. Isn't Jimmy John's and Subway the same company now? Stop it. Is it really?
Now I'm going to have to get the Google machine out.
Gumby Fresh Out. I bet Mo Bamba hates the burgers at Five Guys. You're being a jerk. There's no reason to make it personal, Gumby. I love Five Guys. I mean, Five Guys.
Yes, they are.
Are they really?
Subway bought Rourke Capital, parent company of Jimmy John's.
No kidding.
August 25th, 2023.
I did not know that. That's crazy. Katie Rader. Pew, pew. Sup, fellers, Monty, Wreckham, pew, pew. Exactly right. Mike Smith, Mid-Ohio Valley chain called Napoli's has some killer subs, yes. What's the other one? Capriotti's.
Yeah, Capriotti's is all right.
I like Capriotti's a little bit.
Right.
Yes. Ohio. UM can pound sand. Loving the Big Ten talk, y'all do. Hey, listen, Jim Harbaugh, guilty and innocent. Go.
Due process.
It's got to be America's team.
I don't want the rules applied to
cheating, lying, and then playing the victim.
Yeah, that's what Ryan Day did. What a
via social media.
Ryan Day shouldn't be the head coach at Ohio State.
That's
all right,
bullshit.
moving on. Woodworth Firehouse Subs is pretty good. Haven't had one. Galley Gaskins in Fort Worth used to be the best sub place. Not sure if it's there anymore. Never heard of it.
Notice how many sub places are like, not sure if it's there anymore.
Because it's a tough thing. It really is. What? Oh, wow. Wow.
Dude, I just got you the Amazon gift card the other day, and this is how you repay me. You know, I followed your son's drip company on Instagram. Like, you know, we were in a really good place. Had made a lot of progress.
Why do you people have to come in here every day and say hurtful things?
I don't really get it.
Like,
why?
What are you doing?
Why would you? Firehouse or sub? Jersey Mike's is mid at best.
You don't always have to be negative.
I just don't. Maybe
especially
it's
at a Lopes fan, Gabe. Like, I expect better of you.
Yeah,
bro.
choosing violence on a Thursday.
Bullshit.
Dude, we got 2 full shows left after this one, and you choose violence?
It's terrible, dude.
Wow. Tanner, we probably made too much out of it. Tanner Plummer. I remember the spoof from Family Guy that said, Jersey Mike's, bring your girlfriend with the fat ass in here. Okay, Tanner. Thank you for the contribution. But isn't Family Guy a great show?
It is.
I mean, as overrated as Seinfeld is, Family Guy is so good.
Sorry if you're offended by that.
Why take a shot? You choose violence, I can choose violence too.
I mean, you know.
Del Taco makes a fantastic sub. They do not.
Dude.
Now they're burgers. Now.
Dude.
They're tacos, dude. Tom House of Pizza in Calgary. Tom's House of I think meant Tom House, the throwing coach. You know. Uncle Filthy, how the hell do you have so many members with such terrible taste? I apologize.
I mean, it's a great question.
Well, you're members of the Monty Show. How good can your taste be, right?
You know.
I mean, I know we're no Dave Portnoy judging pizza.
If you felt these balls
again, real quick, I was watching or listening to Colin Cowherd today.
Oh boy, see, that's your first mistake.
Can we talk about? Can we stop this thing where? Stop talking about the people who work behind the scenes that we have no idea who they are. I was so annoyed. I flipped on ESPN Greeny. His board op is on the show making a pick on their daily trivia question.
Which, generally speaking, I don't have a huge problem with board ops being involved on subtopics. But
for like 7 minutes, this kid went on about touchdowns and, hey, well, you know, if you think it was something to the effect of the ratio of passes thrown to touchdown catches. I mean, this is something I have to consider. It's like,
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
Hit the dump button and dump yourself. Shut up. Like, I'm not here for XR14. Shut up. I'm not here for your staff. Give me a hot take, you prick. Right? Like, that's what I'm here for. Why did sports radio have to die? We got to get taps now. Why did social media? Katie Rader, is there anything more boring than the Big Ten? I love Big Ten football. Again, we're going to choose violence today. We are. I don't hate the Big Ten, and I know so many because I'm a West Coast dweller, and so all my West Coast friends are SC fans or Oregon fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no friends. I grew up in the Big Ten, right? I'm a Notre Dame fan. Like, I grew up Notre Dame, Michigan. I grew up Notre Dame, Purdue. I used to live in West Lafayette. I went to probably, 3 or 4 great Notre Dame, Purdue football games. I cannot tell you how many frickin' Notre Dame, Michigan games that just were life-changing. Big Ten football is good, and it's going to get better now. It just is. The Monties are mad. OG Gary, y'all snub me for that? Chad Carter, not a Coach Day apologist. In my opinion, he's losing the transfer portal battle. Oh, Kyle McCord. I will miss your terrible decision-making, boy. Good luck, because you're never finding a new home in the portal, you prick. Maybe if you had beaten the TTUN, you'd have a new home. Nobody loves you in the shoe, boy.
Hey, look here, man.
Okay, No, I'm not doing this today. Jersey Mike's and Firehouse are the best now. Subway is meh. Still arguing about sandwiches. Boss Frog, I wish. Been chained to my desk here trying to settle some cases before I take off for a trip to meet the two acts on YouTube next week.
For real, how good at golf are you, dude? What's your for real? I'm being real. How good at golf are you? Are you a 90 guy, 80 guy?
No, I'm a high 70s, low 80 guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't talking to me.
No, I was talking to Boss Frog, dude.
I'm legit a 10 handicap.
Yeah.
I'm a 10 handicap. And when I'm playing really well, I broke 80. I think my best score was 76 this summer. And I had no idea how to swing a golf club. And I swing completely differently now. We'll find out tomorrow morning if that means a damn thing. But again, choosing violence with golf clubs. I want to just throw my 4-wood in the garbage disposal and turn it on. Like, the thing is, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. It just is what it is, man. You know, like it's Field Crew Dirt Dr. Cheese. Subway is the Walmart brand of Doritos. What?
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
I don't go and get subs with the great unwashed. What's the target of sub sandwiches? Well, Quiznos.
Jersey Mike's.
Quiznos. Because they're going out of business too. You love Target so much. Oh, I love Target. I will not go into a department store if I don't have to.
Why?
Because
I
feel like if you go into a Walmart or a Target, you leave with scabies or COVID. One of the two. Yeah, it just is what it is. And right
Sorry,
now,
did you just say COVID or scabies?
Scabies.
The coronavirus.
That's more prone to Walmart, but that's not really the point. My point is, when you go out, I'm telling you, this time of year, if you're around a large amount of people, you're going to get sick.
Hydroxychloroquine.
You're going to get sick. Put that light up your ass, boy, because you're going to get sick. Right? Like, and that's the thing right now, like with flying on airplanes right now. Did you guys see this story? And my wife was telling me a bunch of people she knows who fly on airplanes recently are sick. I want to say it was Time or Newsweek or whatever it was, that the rate of COVID on airplanes is up significantly. And it's like, yeah, who knew?
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Who knew? But yet we're all shamed out of, like, you wear a mask on a plane and people are like, what the is wrong with that guy? Right? Like, oh yeah, I hope he's not sitting next to me. Right? No, dude, he hopes he's not sitting next to you. And if you're getting on an airplane soon, bros, I'm telling you, wear a mask, cover your mouth, stay away from people, which you can't really do. It's tough, right? Airports are fecal matter everywhere. I'm telling you.
Chill out.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Capazzo, I highly dislike Target. As for Walmart, no scabies here.
Damn.
I just don't have good experiences at Walmart ever. And it's probably me. Sean Rollins, super spreader event, Subway and Walmart. Oh my God. Well, there's
the coronavirus.
Where'd the coronavirus start?
Everybody gets a test.
Go to any Walmart that's got a Subway. You're probably going to find some COVID in there.
Affects me.
God damn. Oh my God. Carruthers, wear a mask on a plane. It's a tight enclosed space. You should.
Yeah, tight enclosed spaces are tough, you know.
Dakota Tubbs, airports are full of seminal fluids. Again, what do you have? What do you have against Florida State? What do you have against Florida State,
Dakota? These guys are going to come
a lot.
A lot.
I hope you know we're all going to hell. We're all going to hell. It is what it is. And listen, if somebody shoves you down and you get hurt on your way to hell, call the Advocates. TheAdvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. Or if you get scabies at Walmart, that's an injury, right? Probably not the transition they were hoping for, but it is the one they need. If you get hurt at work, I'm telling you, a lot of people ask me about workman's comp issues, you guys. There are no better workman's comp attorneys than the Advocates because they have the best workman's comp attorneys, and there's nothing that they haven't seen. And I know that everybody's injury situations are unique, and they are your own, and you need special attention. That's why you go to the Advocates, because they treat each client as their only client, and they care, they employ empathy, they understand, they know that insecurity that when you've been hurt at work and you don't know when you're going to get paid again. You don't know, hey, am I going to have to get another job because I hurt my back and I can't lift? Or Hey, I can't drive a forklift anymore, or whatever that might be. Maybe you need to be, retrained or reeducated or go back to school. They're going to have solutions for you. But right now, you need to focus on getting healthy, getting your bills paid. Let the advocates fight for all of that for you. That's why they're called the advocates. You didn't deserve to get hurt, but you do deserve an advocate to defend you. Theadvocates.com, or you can chat with an injury attorney 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Hook it up, theadvocates.com, and you never pay them out of pocket. You're never going to have to scratch them a check, because at the Advocates, you don't pay them unless and until they win your case. And the best thing is their consultations are free. There's no retainers. So you can right now get online, talk to an injury attorney, and it's not going to cost you a dime at theadvocates.com. Wait, what now? John Dry, Subway has Curry, Tom Brady, and everyone that is a baller in sports. Steph Curry?
Yes.
He does?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Most of the talented athletes are truck stop. Is that what you're saying, Mike? Okay. Okay.
Quick sidebar here. Big Daddy Magic DM'd me, Travis Bird, and said that he's disappeared from the show because he suffered a heart attack and he's recovering in the hospital. So wish you well, bro. Get well soon.
Is that true?
Yeah, he sent me a picture from the hospital.
Oh, no, dude.
Yeah, get well soon, dude.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Big Daddy Magic is the official Monty Show ambassador.
Victor's the way.
Came to our Big 5-0 birthday bash last year here in Salt Lake City. Listen, he's a Bills fan. It is what it is. I'm not going to go as far as to say I'll forgive him for that.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, being a Bills fan, but the guy's amazing. The guy is absolutely amazing. Big Daddy Magic, hope you're well, my friend. Let's see. Jeff Woodward says ghost pepper salsa is only salsa I will eat.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
I am just so Caucasian when it comes to salsa. I have zero ability to enjoy heat.
Yeah.
I just can't. I cannot. Boss Frog says it actually sounds good, Jeff. Don't be that guy. Oh, hey, why don't we slip a little ghost pepper in Amani's steak? Let's see how.
Let's slip a little ghost pepper.
Let's see how white a spicy guy really is.
Macaque.
Right? What? I'm going to say no. The Christie, someone took my ball last night. Can the advocates help me? Sure, Giannis. Give him a call, man.
Damn.
Advocates.com.
Damn, that's cold-blooded,
Giggity,
bro.
Subway also has Jared. How did that work out?
Wow, bro.
Giggity is back.
Dude.
My man. Love it. Fat Jesus. Is this a Phoenix reunion show? You only are at risk if you use the Target glory holes.
His cock.
Wow. It clearly, based on that comment, we are back in a Phoenix reunion show. Get well, Big Daddy Magic. Wish you well, the Monty Show ambassador. OG Gary, get well, Big Daddy Magic. Sean Rollins, get well. Matthew says, did my Panthers just waste our entire future on a bust?
I wouldn't call him a bust yet, dude.
Are we talking about Bryce Young?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man. Jesus. I don't think Bryce Young's a bust. They did not build a system to cater to his skill. And I continue to say, and I know this is going to get crazy, so I just ask you to stick with me. When you draft a quarterback, don't you need, and again, I'm not trying to be outlandish, don't you need to invest in offensive linemen? I know.
We're not making any changes.
It's crazy, coach.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
To their credit, they hired a quarterback to be their head coach. Now, the problem is they hired a loser quarterback who doesn't win football games as a head coach. You've got to hire a head coach in Carolina that will cater to Bryce Young and point everything at his development. Running backs, wide receivers, offensive linemen. And the other thing you need is a defense who can get off the field on third down so that offense you built to cater to Bryce Young has more opportunities.
It's a we fence.
The kid can play football.
Absolutely.
But if you're not going to surround him, you're why did you draft him if you're not going to support him?
No idea.
UW fan Jim, can I call the advocates if someone hires Coach DeBoer away from my dogs? I'm not sure I would be okay, dude. Didn't he win another award today, I think, or he's up for another award today? Like, it's ridiculous how many awards the guy wins. Will you please stop DMing me the stupid flippin' Audric Estime story? Hey, Monty, did you see you lost all hope at Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, our mother.
Bro, it's Thursday. Audric Estime chose violence going to the NFL. It's not sad. The guy fumbles left and right. Might want to fix that before you get to the league, sir. Yes, I saw that. James says prayers for Big Daddy Magic's health and happiness. Amen.
Yes.
Gumby fresh out. So Uncle Monty's the guy buying Tostitos mild salsa. Oof. No. I buy the Tostitos bean dip. Thank you very much.
Don't lie to me.
I don't mind. Here's where my temperatures are at. Okay, rectally it's 98.6.
Rectally?
What? We're talking temperature.
Hugh Janus.
I cannot do, like, we stopped for a sandwich the other day. I can't remember where. It was a really good chicken place. I can't remember where we were. I take the vanilla chicken sandwich. My wife is like, hey, can you give me that super hot, spicy, melt your gums off chicken sandwich and make it extra spicy?
I'm for real.
I can't do that. We'll go out to Mexican food and she'll be like, hey, what's this? You got mole? Yes. Is it super spicy? Yeah. Can you make it spicier than that?
Yeah.
We try to show the schemers how spicy mole really is. I'm not the guy who goes looking for heat. But if you want to give me a little peach mango salsa that's on the medium side, hell yes. On the hot side, nah, I'm good, bro.
Y'all feel me?
You let me know how that ghost pepper goes down. Because I'm not going to sit here and drink milk for the next 2 hours. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I am not doing it. Carruthers. Notre Dame loses a player to the NFL. Now they'll only have 9 players on the field.
Bet you weren't expecting this one.
Thank you for that.
So they lost another one, but they only had 10 on the line. So now they only have 9 on the line.
Stop. Jeff Woodworth, Blazers always waste their draft picks. Examples, not taking Jordan or Durant. Well, you ain't wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't wrong about that. Oh, boy. Blue Hawk 206. Seahawks need a new quarterback. Bo Nix is my choice. He works in a run-heavy offense.
Bo Nix is playing well.
Michael Penix would be okay. Bo Nix is not going to be a good NFL quarterback, in my opinion. I think that, yes, he displayed this year that he can really throw the football, but he's an underneath guy. He's not a dime guy. He's not a go route dime guy.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't. And I think that I like Bo Nix as a college quarterback. I need to see it at the next level. He's not a first-round pick, in my opinion. And I look at some of the other names and I look at the mock drafts. I'm not even that sold on Drake May. And we have gone back and forth on this. I am not a guy that believes that Drake May is going to be a surefire starter in this league.
Yeah, I don't know how he could be.
And I think when you look at, like, again, Jaden Daniels is a very interesting ask. Is Jaden Daniels a guy where you're like, oh, man, yeah, Heisman Trophy winner. Mark it down, Hall of Famer. The next Heisman Trophy winner to be a bust is not going to be the first one.
Exactly.
And I look at where the Bears are at. Now, I think I've been pretty frank about the fact that I don't think Justin Fields is a number one either. Mainly because it's the Bears who drafted Mitch Trubisky over,
UNC Trubisky.
Taylor Swift's favorite quarterback. Man, the Kelsey podcast this week was fire.
Please don't tell me you're getting sold on them, please.
I like that their podcast is phenomenally entertaining. There's nothing wrong with those two dudes. They're just two regular guys that talk life and sports. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could be as good as they are. Drake May is not what is lacking in New England. We talked about this yesterday. Go ahead and draft Joe Montana incarnate. That's not fixing the New England Patriots. Right. So good luck, Drake. He's not the answer. Right. And if you're going to put Jaden Daniels, are you telling me that, hey, what about Danny DeVito, the guy in the chops and stuff in New York? So we're going to have 3 quarterbacks that are mid now, because I'm telling you, Jaden Daniels is going to last about 24 seconds.
That's right, T.
I meant in an NFL game. That dude, he's going to have to build his body so significantly. And if the Giants take a quarterback, what are you doing with Daniel Jones, who you are financially locked into?
The thing with Jaden, though, is that his mobility is what I think really plays to his attractiveness. If he's able to find that balance of, hey, we're not like in the NFL, we can't just be running all over the place, right? We're not running for first downs constantly. But if you can be disciplined enough early on to not pull a full Anthony Richardson and just get knocked out for the year, if you can be, disciplined and just be a 58 to 60% passer your first season, but stay healthy and run your offense and get that first season under your belt, you're going to be fine, dude. You are totally going to be fine.
Hondo P. But I also look at Michigan, look at Free Harbaugh.
Yeah, he ain't going to be a good.
Is that a guy that you're like, hey, you know what? The Raiders need a quarterback. There's people projecting the Raiders are going to draft Free Harbaugh from Michigan.
What do you must?
And the question that I have is, if you're Quinn Ewers, who's giving you terrible advice to go back to Texas? Because are you really you look at the quarterbacks that we're talking about, right? And you look at the teams in this draft that need quarterbacks. I'm going to say the Bears, arguable. We can debate that. The Patriots need a quarterback, right? I mean, Mac needs a change of scenery. The Arizona Cardinals, no. The Giants, I don't think you can draft a quarterback if you're the New York Football Giants. You cannot. Okay, so let's say they don't. Bump that down to the Washington Commanders. Commanders probably aren't going quarterback. Now you're at the Tennessee Titans. Is Will Levis the guy that you're sold on?
I don't know that you're sold, but I think you like what you saw.
You're not taking a quarterback. So now you're the Raiders, and I think you're the third team that potentially could take a quarterback. If you're Quinn Ewers and you can be the number 7 pick, the third quarterback off the board, are you going back to Texas? And I am just going to keep saying this. As a guy who's been hurt 2 years in a row, why are you going back to college? Oh, Monty, hey, man, hook 'em, bitch. I'm telling you, this NIL money down south deep in the heart of Texas, he's all hat and a bunch of cattle, bro. You're not staying in college for NIL money, stud.
Nah.
Go to the NFL. You want to drive a pickup truck or a Ferrari? Because you're getting Ferrari money in the NFL.
I'm for real.
You're giving away, and I hope people understand this, and I don't care what your name is, Bronny James, you're not making $35 million guaranteed in NIL, because that's what you're getting as a rookie quarterback in the NFL. There's not a conversation.
Agreed.
You look at the draft board, the Bears are right now probably going to be 7 to 9 based on the fact that they're stupid and we continue to win games. But you look at the Bears. What are the Bears going to do with that number 2 pick? If you let Malik Neighbors pass, I will slap you in the face. Right? I'm sending Draymond to Lake Forest to handle the Bears.
Bro.
Too much.
He is indefinitely unavailable.
Yeah, he's in counseling. My point is, Quinn Ewers should not be going back to school. Right. There's not a conversation about it. Should not be going back to school. Right? This is a league where Max Duggan just got signed to a roster. Why are you going back to school? Go get your money. It's wild to me. It's absolutely wild to me. Grayson McCall to NC State was quiet, but good pickup. Very good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Chanticleers are not happy he's gone. Not happy he's gone. I'm just Gumby fresh out. Mrs. Monty greater than Taylor Swift on this showgram. She's amazing. She's amazing. Fat Jesus, you tame those ghost peppers with a nice dollop of blue cheese dressing. You're disgusting. Have you showered today? Because you smell like a ghost pepper covered in blue cheese.
What the hell are we supposed to do with that, dude? Like,
Nothing.
what are we supposed to do with that? I mean, you leave us nowhere to go when you say, hey, put blue cheese on ghost peppers.
James says, I would take Bo Nix as a quarterback 2nd round, but I would
Bo Nix
also
is playing well.
Get a left tackle with a 1st-round pick and another offensive lineman with a 3rd pick. I think Bo Nix is going to be very situational. He is, and this is what I say about Free Harbaugh at Michigan. They're underneath players.
Yeah.
In a league that has become, if you cannot throw that that 15-yard crossing route consistently and accurately outside the pocket, you're not an NFL quarterback. And I am telling you that I think guys like Free Harbaugh and guys like Bo's Knicks, those guys struggle to make that pass routinely. They want to throw 7-yard ins and they want to throw quick screens. And it's what's wrong with Justin Fields. The guy can throw a lovely deep ball and a very good quick out. Can he give me a 15-yard slant? I haven't seen it yet. I've not seen it. Now you need a 5-yard in route to DJ Moore? Hell yes. You need a bomb down the left side to DJ Moore? Hell yes. You need a 7-yard in route to Cole Kmet? Absolutely. Yeah, you need that. If you're 3rd and 15, you're punting. Just punt on 3rd down if you're the Bears. Because he ain't making that throw. No. I'm telling you. He's not making that throw. Jaden Daniels needs to go to a team that will let him sit for a year or so to build and learn the system. He needs to physically grow. He needs to physically mature. Like when we saw him in Arizona State, that he has not gotten much bigger. He is a slight body. Henry, I don't think he can do that. Henry, whoa. Henry. It's Henry in my Jesus Walk sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Too many bums live in the radio studio in San Francisco. They're too loud. What did I miss?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
What
dude?
on earth did I miss? And who is Henry? Henry Hammer and Hank Ox. I think Draymond Green would be better off hosting a morning show for a pop music radio station in San Francisco. Okay, I mean that's unorthodox.
You're talking about, dude.
Okay,
like what are we doing?
Dank Climbs. Knicks is fine, but he's only 60% of Penix. I don't know how everybody's first choice at quarterback is a Michael Penix.
No idea. Arm that kid's got, my goodness.
You know. Bo Nix would do well in a West Coast offense. Yeah, but West Coast offense have really gotten played out with guys like Fred Warner and linebacker.
Style offense.
I'm telling you, the quarterback that's thriving today has the ability to be under center and in the gun. He can make quick decisions when he's empty. He has the ability to roll. You have to be able to roll to the short side of the field and make a good throw off your back foot. You have to be able to make look at the difference between a guy like Brocktober in San Francisco, Brock Purdy, and a guy like Patty Mahomes in KC. Two totally different quarterbacks, but they're both wildly successful because the teams are built around them.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Brock Purdy do really well? He puts the ball in space and on time so that Adebo gets to run. That's what Justin Fields cannot do right now. This could not be plain as day. This could not be plain as day.
Absolutely.
And I am here as a Chicago Bears fan to tell you it's probably not going to get fixed. It's probably not going to get fixed. So,
yeah.
I don't know. This is just me. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. UW Jim, the only argument is if he is better developed, he could help his career. And if he wants to be a Hall of Fame or just get paid, well, there certainly is that. If Bo Nix tries to run like he does in the NFL, he will get destroyed. But nobody runs this. And he has run far less, Bo Nix. Because I think of what happened at the end of the year last year where he got dinged up.
He knows better.
Yes, absolutely. He'll all about the short dump out, letting his wide receivers do all the work. I don't disagree. Big Penix energy. See what he did there?
So it's like big D energy, but
Stay
it's
hard.
big Penix energy.
You know. Dank Climbs. Have we addressed Juwan Howard? Do we want to get into Juwan Howard? So Juwan Howard, I don't know. We're going to have to. What do you do with Juwan Howard? This is, I guess, the question. I think Juwan Howard is somebody. Is Juwan Howard a good basketball coach? Why don't we start with that question? And how many more scandals can Michigan have? Can I just ask?
No idea.
Juwan Howard had a confrontation, and he had a confrontation on his staff with a staff member. Howard and his strength and conditioning coach, John Sanderson, got into a confrontation last week during practice. And it is said that there was a physical altercation, but I think people have clarified it to say no punches were thrown. And I just don't know what you do with this, because the strength and conditioning coach has filed a complaint internally against Juwan Howard. And their argument, their dispute was about Jace Howard, Juwan's son.
Right.
And they got into a physical altercation. And Jace Howard apparently also had an altercation with a trainer. And the strength and conditioning coach, Sanderson, went after Jace Howard because Jace Howard went after a trainer. And it's escalated from there. I just don't know. I don't know what you do
in this
situation.
The added layer is that Jace hasn't played this year with a stress fracture in his knee and tibia. And Jace believes, allegedly, that he is healthy enough to be playing, but he has to be cleared by Sanderson to play. So there's sort of this whole thing about Jace and, Jace going after that trainer, but then Jace's availability. And so it's just, dude, this is why you shouldn't play for your dad. It's just that simple.
I don't know what you do. Were there punches thrown? I have no idea. Everybody says there weren't. Okay, I'll take it at face value that there weren't. Juwan Howard is a good, not a great coach. And I'm going to keep going back to this. What is Michigan doing? Who are they hiring? You know who they're hiring? Oh, the legends of Michigan. How's that working out?
Not good.
The basketball program has been good. But again, the football program's been elite, and now we know why. You're embroiled in controversy, and you can't get away from it. So I don't know what you do with Juwan Howard, because now it's internal. And when you start talking about HR complaints, I think is how it was categorized. And
yeah, HR is conducting an investigation and is the one that will decide what happens here, allegedly. So I don't know what you say about it. I mean, what really is there to discuss? I mean,
the other issue here is Juwan Howard has a history of violence. He has physically assaulted other coaches of the opponent, and you just don't get away from this. And if Santa Ono is not going to address this or somehow be held accountable, I mean, I just don't know what you do with this. Because, and I know I'm alone in this on this show because we have a lot of Ohio State listenership on this show. This is Michigan. This is a highly, highly respected university with, I think, some of the best minds on the planet working and mentoring. But at what point do we stop dealing with guys who are violent, allegedly? At what point do we stop dealing with FBI investigations and cheating scandals?
Because they went to your school.
I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. I have no idea how you fix this.
Seems like this might be a Ward Manual problem.
I always go right to the top. It's what I say about Bobby Robbins and the decimal point at Arizona. That can't happen on your watch, sir. You should have resigned. Right? Santa Ono, if Juwan Howard was violent with a staff member and he was not immediately terminated, you should resign.
Yeah. Now that I agree with.
Right? Dean Eborn says, you guys are just too liberal for me.
Okay, cool. Have a nice.
Like, what did I say that was liberal?
Yeah, have a nice day, dude.
We're talking about letting an internal investigation play out.
Like, what do you like?
You guys see what I mean? Like, earlier in the show, it was, you guys are just neocons. Okay. You guys are too liberal for me. You guys love BYU. You guys hate BYU. You're Big 12 homers. I hate that you support the Pac-12. Okay.
Yeah, next question.
Doing something right. Doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Shoot ball. No, more of a figurehead. No better than Martelli, Howard, Isley. Could absolutely be. Could absolutely be. Carruthers, Juwan Howard throwing a punch while the CBS music was playing. That's what I think of when I hear him. He has a history of violence. There's no doubt about that.
I just don't know why Michigan doesn't hold itself in higher regard, and I'll never understand it.
I won't either. I don't. And, you know, it's very much like the people who have not gone to soundsleepmedical.com/Monty who snore. It's hey, if you're somebody that snores loudly at night, and if you're somebody that's waking up gasping for air, you might not wake up tonight. I'm just going to be blunt about it. If you have sleep apnea and you are not doing something about it, every night could be your last night on earth. Let that sink in if you have kids, if you're married, if you have a wife, you run a business, you have parents. You're quite literally killing your brain when you are not addressing your sleep apnea. It's as simple as that. I mean, and don't say you don't know, because you do know, because the Monty Show told you.
Mm-hmm.
It is that simple. When you look at what is happening in the world, you guys know that the quality of sleep in this country is suffering significantly. And if you do not take steps and measures to fix that, you are asking yourself to live a shorter life. And it doesn't have to be that way, because our friends at Sound Sleep Medical, soundsleepmedical.com/Monty, have an option where you pay zero out of pocket, and they can help you address your sleep apnea. And there's no CPAP machine. There's no big equipment. There's nothing that's embarrassing. It's a simple custom fit device that's just like a mouthpiece.
Treat snoring and sleep apnea with no masks and no tubes. Just better, healthier sleep with Sound Sleep Medical. Use code Monty, M-O-N-T-Y, to schedule a free sleep assessment today.
Soundsleepmedical.com/Monty. Tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Go to any of their Utah locations. Here's what happens. You go in, they give you a little bag like you saw in the video. It's got a chest strap and a ring. You wear it overnight, and it tracks your sleep. And then they tell you, hey, they download, and they tell you, hey, you're just somebody that snores, or hey, you have sleep apnea. Hey, we're going to use your insurance on this. Hey, because what you do is you go to a dentist, they fit a mold in your mouth so that you can have this mouthpiece made, and it quite literally moves your lower jaw forward to clear your airway, because that's what snoring and sleep apnea is. Your airway's blocked so that you can't breathe. And when you cut off air from your brain and you wake up and you're gasping for air, you're killing brain cells, dude. And it's caused early onset dementia. You're not as productive during the day. Sound Sleep Medical, soundsleepmedical.com/Monty's. Dank Climbs. Five Guys fries suck. In-N-Out animal style.
Okay. Can we talk about this In-N-Out that opened in Idaho real quick?
God. No. Because I don't, and if you're one of these people, I know we have a ton of people that listen.
No, not one of these people. One of these jackasses sitting 8 hours in a line for In-N-Out food.
8 hours in line.
Like, what are you doing, man?
You guys, I said 8 hours in line. 8 hours in line for In-N-Out. Look at this. Are you kidding me? You're serious?
Look at this.
No, the answer is no.
Why?
No, in fact, the answer is not. Let me rephrase. The answer is hell no. No. 8 for In-N-Out, which is not really that good.
No.
Because it's garbage.
I used to eat In-N-Out. I lived in California, where In-N-Out is actually very different. I'm just telling you now, In-N-Out is not created equally across the country, no matter what people say. It is not the same, right? And what I'm telling you is, if you're waiting 8 hours in line for In-N-Out, you're going to be sadly disappointed. Because it's not, I'm telling you, boys, it's not the same thing. What would you wait?
8 hours.
What would you wait 8 hours in line for, Jake? What would you even?
Nothing food related. It'd have to be the opportunity to drive a Lambo.
Oh, Taylor Swift. You can meet Taylor Swift.
No, I'm not waiting 8 hours for Taylor Swift.
You can kick a field goal with Taylor Swift.
No.
Free Travis Kelce body sweat in a bottle.
8 hours to play Augusta. I'll wait.
Yes.
I'll wait.
Oh, anything golf course related? Done.
I'll wait.
8 hours, Pebble Beach for free. Sign me
wait.
up. Sign me up. Sign me up. Absolutely, I would wait 8 hours in line. 8 hours in line for In-N-Out. Hell no. Gumby Fresh Out. Now that's a video idea. In-N-Out in different states. It's totally different. James, Oak State James, you should absolutely do that video.
Hi, this is James. Welcome back.
Shoot ball. Lines are always long for In-N-Out here in LA. They are. The one in Huntington Beach is always half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yep.
Always. Woodworth. It's because the car in the front took 7 hours to look at the menu and decide what they want. Dude, it's burger fry milkshake. It's burger fry milkshake.
Not like the menu's difficult.
Idiot. Katie Rader. Pew pew. It's simple to me. Michigan is dirty, always has been. Their fans think otherwise, spew their BS from the bully pulpit. Very similar to Texas.
That's bullshit.
So now you're saying Texas is dirty. I don't mean to speak for Boss Frog, but I believe Boss Frog refers to Texas as cockroaches. I'm pretty certain. Pretty certain. Could be wrong. Now you know. Shoot ball. Anthony Bourdain loved In-N-Out. Well, he's dead. And
damn, bro, be nice about it. Jesus.
Anthony Bourdain is a very frustrating figure in my life. Him and Chris Cornell. Two of the most frustrating deaths that I have.
Well, Paul Walker didn't make the cut? Come on.
Well, if he hadn't been riding on P0, nope. 8 hours.
You did not just say Buddy died because he had P0s on his Carrera GT.
I'm joking. I have no idea. It wasn't his. I have no idea what car. I was kidding. I'm not serious. 8 hours for tickets to the Sugar Bowl.
I'm good.
I'm good. Sean Rollins, I could not imagine the complaints. You made me wait 8 hours for this crap.
Seriously.
These aren't even fresh onions.
Well, no, because you've been waiting 8 hours.
I'd wait 8 hours to get into the Super Bowl for free if the Seahawks were playing. That's disgusting.
I don't know. Do we still value the Super Bowl the same way?
No, do we still value the Seahawks?
No, clearly not.
Jesus.
Oh, Gino. Yeah, Gino make average.
Yeah, hey, Gino. No, I'm kidding. OG Gary, In-N-Out sucks.
It does.
My guy is so on brand. I love it. 8 hours for Deshaun Watson's special massage. Yeah, hey, can I get that washcloth G-string thing?
Hiscock.
Right. Dirt Doctor says I wouldn't wait 8 hours for a free Tay-Tay tickets to even resell them for money. Me either. James. Oh God. End of the month. I'm doing a road trip through Mississippi. Alabama, do they have In-N-Outs in those states? Texas In-N-Out burgers are decent. I have no idea. Texas is dirty. Fug Mac Brown. Wow.
Damn.
What did Mac Brown do to you? Chad Carter, 8 hours for that. That's a special kind of stupid. Exactly right.
Well said.
Stop it, Phil. Dude. The last week, my balls have ached over Prize Picks. Like last night, Prize Pick rolled out a new promo today where you can make serious quiche.
Demons.
See these demon symbols next to the 49.5? That means it pays out at a much higher level. I mean, so naturally, I have Devontae Adams. Yes. Devontae Adams, 0.5.
It's not the best situation, and we all know that.
One touchdown, and now he may not play.
Wow, bro.
Do you guys see the stuff that, like, just put on some steel-toed boots and kick old Monty in the balls?
Hey, Monty.
That's what it's so frustrating, because Austin Eckler's scoring a touchdown tonight. Josh Palmer's going for 110 yards receiving. Devontae Adams, bro, let's just cash that check, dude.
But it's flex play.
Sack up. Yeah, but 2 out of 3 pays me $25. 3 out of 3, $160. That's a lot of In-N-Out burger.
Well, do you want to look at the winning picks, or
do you want to shut up? No, look at my winning picks, bro. Austin Eckler, Daniel Carlson to kick less than 2 field goals, even though the Oakland, now Las Vegas Raiders can't score points without Derek Carr as their quarterback.
It's makes, not attempts.
And, he's got to make less than 2 field goals. He's going to make like 9 field goals.
No.
De'Aaron Fox, 30 points, less than 30 points. I like that one a lot. I think you're in good shape. You'll win 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
But Phil Benzer just showing up here like, Phil Benzer, our local talk show is reporting this is that Jacobs is out. Yes, he is. Throw the football. Throw the football. Football. Joseph Carruthers, the Seahawks are my team for life. PNW. You mean PMS? Oh, yeah. Pacific nobody wants, the Seahawks. Right.
Oh.
I'm just being a jerk, dude. I'm kidding. Dirt Doctor says Monty would wait for 8 hours for a chance of 15-second rant at LeBron. It's La Kaepernick, please. Stop. John Dry, nor why my own Montana or Idaho now I think about it. Okay. Dirt Doctor says need to follow Monty's depressed pick music for SSG sweeper sucking up his misery. Wasikowski, I'd wait 8 hours for a Lions playoff game. Well, they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that doesn't exist, dude.
We're trying to deal in reality here. I've waited 20 years. What's 8 hours? I'm 30.
Seriously, dude. You're not even kidding.
Dude, I love you, man. They're going to the playoffs this year. If they go to the playoffs, we won't give you tickets. Jeff Woodworth, Raiders can't score points, period. Thanks. I feel better now. Thank you. Thank you. Gumby, I'd wait 8 hours for a free Mac Studio with an M2 Ultra CPU. I've got one sitting right here. And you can't have it. Carruthers, Monty has the Madden curse this week. Thank you.
No doubt.
I lost Prize Picks last night. Thanks to that dirty freaking hyena, Kevin Durant. I had less than 26.5. What do you think he finished with?
27.
27.
Owned.
Well, that's my boy. That's my dude.
I tried to tell you. Kevin Durant's going to suffer because Brad Beal and his messed up spinal column are back.
Hey, did you guys see
Spinal.
that? They measured Kevin Durant.
Back is broken.
And all I can say is, dude, he's a Longhorn.
I broke my back.
Through and through. I mean, I understand why the guy's got hip dysplasia because when you're carrying that thing around, I mean, goddamn. Anything you want to add to that? Or
Macaque.
But I would also like to point out that an individual that we kindly refer to as the sex machine on this show.
Yeah.
Devin Booker last night played 40 minutes, 14 of 15 from the line, 6 rebounds, 12 dimes, 34 points, a plus 16.
Yeah.
Pimp's going to pimp in a loss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Might want to do that in the NBA playoffs.
I thought you hit 2 out of 3 last night, no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
I did. It just,
It's not 3 out of 3. I get it.
It's not.
I get it.
Yeah. I want it to be.
I want it.
I want my 3 out of 3.
I want it.
I do. I want it. Whoa. Comment. Hammer and Hank says, I'd wait 30 minutes to try and buy tickets to a Sabrina Carpenter concert. I mean, look, Hank, you just let me know how that goes. Who on earth is Sabrina Carpenter?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. But I do know that the Monty Show is presented by our good friends at The Advocates, theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. Make sure you get to theadvocates.com and listen, they're working with the Road Home, one of the foremost homeless agencies in this country. They advocate for the homeless because not many other people do. And they partner with the Advocates because the Advocates work in their communities. They give back to their communities. They know that a better, more sustainable community is better for everybody. That's why the Advocates are in the community. And they're raising money for the homeless in this really harsh time of year where it's, this morning it was 26 degrees when I was going to the gym at 5 a.m. And I take that for granted because I have on pants and a sweatshirt and socks and, a beanie cap. all those things that homeless people don't have. I take for granted that my car has heated seats. I take for granted that the heat in my house works. Homeless people don't have that when they're living under overpasses, in boxes, in shopping cart tents. Let's help the advocates raise money to put coats, hats, gloves, socks, pants, clothing on our unsheltered community. Hit them on Venmo. Advocates with an S, advocates, donations, plural on both, advocates, donations on Venmo. Quite literally, my friends, $5, $100, $1 million, whatever you can spare. Just put in the description, Monty Homeless. That would be great. Or just the Monty Show. They know exactly what they're raising money for. Just put the Monty Show. That would be awesome. The Monty Show, presented by the Advocates. Jeff Woodworth, liar. Monty doesn't go to the gym with pants on. I don't. Generally, I lift nude, leg day. Whoa!
Congratulations, but that's bullshit.
Tom Dean, I'd wait 8 hours to talk to the Advocates as long as I had bucked up to keep me going. See what he did there?
See what he did there?
See what he did there?
Yeah.
Bucked up. Sergeant Green, I'd wait 8 hours to get home to sit on the can instead of using the sandpaper at work, dude.
Dude, you're
Moist,
not. I am with that.
flushable wipes,
dude. If you don't have the option, like if you ain't got wipes with you,
dude,
and sandpaper's the only option, that sucker's gonna have to wait.
I'm saying,
because there ain't nothing like dropping it off on your throne, bro.
Joseph Harper, one of the mighty 12s. I lost on the hook last night with Kings goalie.
Yeah, dude, you got to learn your
Hockey's
lesson
tough.
though, dude. You keep sending me these pictures of your prize picks. Learn the lesson. Play 3-packs. The percentage goes up.
Way up.
Play 3-packs.
Play a flex of 3 picks. That's what you're going to win. I have tripled my winnings on prize picks from doing that. I mean, it's that simple. 3 of them, that's it. And I'm just telling you that look at all these people DMing me, asking me for prize picks help. Chandran says, hey, do you know that Devontae Adams is probably not playing tonight? Why? He says, I love your Josh Palmer call. I think I'm going to hit that.
I think I'm going to hit that.
Chandran, that's fine. That's fine, Chandran. I mean, you do you. Jake, not you, Jake, a different Jake.
JK.
Jake said, don't worry about Devontae Adams. Josh Jacobs is out. Devontae's playing, and we all know it. I love it. I love it. I think that there's a lot of people that are uncertain about it. Look at Glenn, San Diego State Glenn. The line for a guy like me, just kidding, it was a brief stop along a 17-mile drive at Poppy Hills. Let's go, Glenn. Love that, dude. I cannot wait, you guys, and you don't care about this because, when you live the aloof 1% lifestyle that Jake does,
right?
I just tag along.
That's right.
I am just his attaché.
I'm sorry, my what?
Jake is going to play golf at the Wynn. Then he's going to play golf at Las Vegas National. Then he's going to play golf at Pelican Hill. I just try to tag along.
It's what I do.
And then he may be playing golf at Trump National.
It's what I do.
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
And then just because he is so merciful, thank you, Commodus. He is going to allow me to play golf at Wolf Creek while he is off sexing himself in Kansas City. Jake?
Stay hard. What the hell am I even supposed to say to that?
I don't know. What?
Am
I wrong?
You're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I mean,
baby, make it happen. So Jake, so here's ultimately my question. Jake is in a relationship of less than a year. Here's my question. How much should Jake spend on a Christmas gift? How much? How much did you spend on the Christmas gift?
Under 100.
Under 100, you cheap son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
Does she know?
Does she know what the gift is?
Yeah.
She does not know what the gift is. No. So I cannot divulge it because she does listen to the program.
She does.
Yeah. She does. So yeah, I mean, I will say
mm-hmm.
that I am awful at wrapping gifts. My gift wrapping technique is
Thank God you finished that. I just thought you were going to say you were awful at wrapping it.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
What I'm saying is, so you spent under 100.
Yes.
On your significant other.
Yes.
Is it did you buy a useful gift? Did you buy jewelry? I think you're too early for jewelry.
Yeah, no, I didn't buy jewelry.
You can't buy jewelry.
No.
Did you buy, did you get her a gym membership?
No. Nope.
A dustpan?
No.
A frying pan?
No.
Funny story. My wife asked me, I always joke with her, if you're not careful, I'm getting you a dustpan for Christmas. She said to me, and I'm being serious, honey, you could give me a frying pan.
Yeah, well, I already got you a cleaver, so
my wife is an amazing cook.
Right.
And so one of our medium frying pan just died.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me for a frying pan for Christmas. Did I get it for her? No. I already got you a new mop head.
You know what I got? You know what I got Miss Monty for Christmas, though?
Oh, I do know what you got.
And that I think she's going to like it a lot.
I partook in that.
Yeah.
So I think she is going to.
Yeah.
So you spent more on your mom than you did on your girlfriend.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You said under 100.
Yeah. I got a deal on Mrs. Monty's hookup.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I did.
OG Gary, Hexclad is the best. I have a whole ass set. Dude, they're like $7 million. Do you understand that one Hexclad 9-inch frying pan is $160?
How about a 10-inch?
What would you know about 10 inches? I am not spending that kind of money on a frying pan. I'm not doing it.
Ooh, Gordon Ramsay.
And I love them. I think they're cool, but I'm not doing it.
No.
I'm not doing it. Jakey got her a D in a box.
Dude, relax.
Giggity, Mrs. Monty going to knock you over the head with that frying pan. She legit asked me for a frying. I spent like a G on my wife.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, because I'm taking her to Southern California, Las Vegas,
right?
Mesquite. We're staying in a really nice hotel. We're staying the dinners that we went to in Hawaii,
right?
The sushi we had, we don't generally buy each other a lot of gifts because we go and do things.
Yeah.
We are far more, and I'm 50. You guys are all like 17. I'm 50.
Well, I'm 30, but it's fine.
Not yet. You're not. I'm 50. I'm in a place in time where I don't need more shoes. I need more memories. And that's what we're about right now. So
yeah,
that's where I'm at. Gumby Fresh Out. How hard can it be to wrap a Target gift card, Jake?
Dude, you guys are haters, bro. You guys are absolute haters.
Barfing chickens. Hey, Jake, while you're in KC, tell Kadarius Toney he was offside for me.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Dude, Travis Kelce, you guys have to watch his podcast. I'm telling you. Why do you hate those guys?
I don't hate them, dude. Can we not, everybody knows who they are. Do we really need to be pubbing them on our show?
Las Vegas National, yuck. Play at Angel Park, both courses. We almost did, but we got a better deal. The guy at LV National wanted us to play there. So,
okay.
We're going to play there.
Nice.
Now she knows her budget for your gift, Jake. OG Gary, 500 is the limit for under a year. Tom Dean, me and the missus 500. The missus for me 150. Wow. Wow. OG Gary, get it at the Costco show. They're cheaper. I might do that. We've talked about it. Tom Dean, missus, can I have a cast iron skillet for Christmas meat? Why? Missus, I might want to use it on you one day. You never know. What'd you have for dinner? Wings at the club? Where's that cast iron skillet? Right? No. I was listening to Howard Stern last week. And it's the most fascinating topic I've ever heard. Do you lie to your wife about watching porn? It's a fascinating topic.
Okay, I don't.
What?
That's a deep ass topic.
That is,
show, dude. I don't think
that through.
Discuss that, bro.
Carruthers, it's okay, Jake. I can't wrap gifts either.
Dude, I am not good at it. I ain't even hiding from that.
I just use gift bags. Way easier.
Yeah.
For the cultured adults in the room.
Right.
OG Gary, Cartier or Tiffany, Jake?
Nah, we ain't there yet, my guy.
Tom Dean, would you lie to Monty about watching porn? Well, see, I'm hardcore against it.
Yeah.
I always tell you, pornography is the great destroyer of men.
Yeah, I just think it negatively impacts your life in
It does.
so many ways.
It does.
Like,
Shouty says Cartier. I love
Cartier.
I'm a big Tiffany fan. James, I know you have changed topics, but did you skip my super chat? No, I read your super chat, bro. I read it. I'd wait 8 hours for free tickets to U2, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd reunited.
Yeah, we read that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. Sean Rollins, throw that in a gift bag. Exactly.
And what are you, Derek Jeter?
Duh. I think that's the one. That's the one. I think if you are engaged, money doesn't matter. If you're under a year, you can't be spending hundreds. And you guys just went to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Did you talk about a financial limit?
We didn't talk about a financial limit, no. But there wasn't a specific number, but I said, yeah, I don't need you going crazy on me for my birthday. Like, I would be just fine with, going to dinner or, doing,
or doing nothing.
Or, yeah, I was like, dude, I actually said that to her too. I was like, I would be more than happy to make a nice dinner at home and, have a little drink at the house and just chill. Like, honestly, we work so much and we do so much stuff that sitting around is such a rare thing that sometimes it's nice to just sit around,
Totally agree. I just think we put too much value in things and not doing things. And I can only say we planned in the last probably month, we planned all of our travel for this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing things like going to see the Foo Fighters in Boston at Fenway Park. We're going to Kauai. We are going to Florida for Thanksgiving to play golf. We have all this stuff planned. We're going to Boise to see the
I'm looking forward
Grizzlies
to that.
and Steelheads.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
We have all this stuff planned. And it's amazing to me how much more enjoyable it is to do stuff than to buy stuff. One of the things I'm really looking forward to, I haven't been to Mastro's Ocean Club in Las Vegas in probably 2 years now.
What's it been? When was the last time we went?
I think 2 years. Right after we moved back here, I think we were there.
What were we there for? We were there for something, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it's been too long.
Yeah.
And the lady who usually takes care of it, we used to go there twice a year, every year.
To that specific Mastro's.
In the treehouse at City Center in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The lady that takes care of us doesn't work the night we're going to be there. Her and I message back and forth. Yeah, Cycle Sam is not going to be there, unfortunately. But we'll sit in the treehouse. We're going to have a great dinner. We're going to enjoy some martinis and a great steak. I think those memories. I think the fact that
Mastro's in our family is definitely a thing. I mean,
I agree.
I love the fact that the first drink I ever had in public was at Mastro's in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then, 9 years later or whatever, that's going to be how we celebrate. I just think that's great.
I promise you, if you start doing things instead of buying things, it will change your life, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will change your life. And I think if you look at this story that's out now, and I'm sure you guys saw this, Americans' health since 2019 is on a rapid descent.
Right.
And whether it is high cholesterol, what were you were telling me some of the categories?
Yeah. So we have some graphs, and basically what these graphs depict is that pre-pandemic 2019, we were a lot healthier and doing a lot of different things. You look at obesity rate, 2019 and now, and it's clearly up, and you look at the age. The thing that's really interesting is I believe it was it 45 to 65?
45 to 64 is 44.5%, or an 8.2% change, have gained 8.2% in weight.
Mm-hmm.
44.5% of Americans 45 to 64 are obese. 39% of 30 to 44 are obese. You look at that number, you look at changes in physical health metrics. 2 or more days in the past month when poor health prevented usual activities. In 2023, 34.5% of Americans surveyed says 2 days or more prevented them from being active because they were unhealthy. Currently has or is being treated for high blood pressure. 30% of Americans, 30%, feels active and productive every day. Down 8%, only 42.6% of Americans polled said they feel active and productive every day.
And that's down from only half.
Physical health near perfect. Only 28% of Americans said they thought that. It's wild to me.
So then you go to the Netflix numbers we have, and I think this is an interesting comparison. Netflix released all their viewership numbers today. And not even the shows per se. Look at the sheer numbers on the right. 812 million. And these are global views for Netflix. Keep that in mind. But 812 million views, bro. And if you look at the other one that talks about the sports one specifically, like these are the ones that I know and love. Look at the views.
It's wild.
Like, holy cow.
90 million on F1 Drive to Survive. 53 million on Full Swing. 41 million on Conor McGregor. It's crazy. And I don't know. I used to be this guy. And the funny thing about this, and you guys will think I'm self-aggrandizing. I'm really not. The funny thing about this, I used to be the guy that sat home and watched every episode of F1 Drive to Survive. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. Then at 7:15, I'm at the driving range. Like golf has changed my life.
Absolutely.
Golf has changed my life. It's how I've lost all this weight. I tell you, every single chance I get a physical every August. This past physical is the best physical I've ever had. I don't, knock on wood, I don't have high cholesterol. I never have. My cholesterol is perfect. I don't have hypertension or high blood pressure. I never have. But why is that the case? Because I make my bed every morning, which is to say I make my bed, I take my vitamins, I eat oats. Jake breaks my balls every day because I eat oats. I eat oatmeal every single day. I take plant sterols every single day. I eat fruit every single day. Berries, absolutely eat berries every single day. And you know what? I don't drink soda. I drink sugar, 0 sugar bucked up, and I drink water. But how many Americans are talking about obesity?
Think about
it's wild.
And when I looked at this graph the first time, the thing that really popped out at me was, it used to be a thing pre-pandemic where hey, there was no reason not to go out, right? Like, hey, let's go out, let's go to dinner, like let's go do all the normal things that we were accustomed to doing. But because you were going out, you were walking more, you were doing more things just out of convenience, just by the sheer fact that you went out with your friends, right? But the pandemic made it so that you couldn't do that anymore. But the problem was you were still intaking your 12er of soda every day, or like you were still intaking these different things. And so that's what stood out to me with those graphs. And then when you combine the graphs with the Netflix viewership, I'm just like, dude, yeah, we're doing what we want to do, which is not good for us.
I'm telling you, the millennial generation's not healthy. You guys really have to make an effort.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at some of these numbers, and you look at the 18 to 29s, you're up 3.2%. 29.8% of 18 to 29s are obese. 30 to 44, 39% of 30-year-olds to 44 are obese. Holy cow. That is a massive number. And it's terrifying to me. And you look at all these numbers, and I watched The Night Agent, phenomenal show. If you haven't seen The Night Agent, I highly recommend you do it. But you got to get off the couch, man. You got to get off the couch. I think Netflix is going to start with one of the new Star Trek animated series, but I don't watch those, Mike Smith says. Neither do I. Paramount Plus, Aaron Wilson says. Jeff Woodworth, I take my vitamins and say my prayers, and the Hulkster appreciate it. Brother! I think my mom got me a pair of Skechers shoes, which is exciting, Aaron. That's huge, man. I'm telling you, get out, take a walk every day. Do the little things you can do, man. You know, what is TNG? I don't know what TNG is. What am I missing?
I don't know.
Mandalorian on Disney Plus is good. I love it. We're talking about how fat we all are because we watch TV and people are like, yeah, bro, but have you seen The Mandalorian? Have you seen The Mandalorian, bro?
Yeah.
TNG means the next generation Star Trek. I'm a loser.
Yeah, dude. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Dude.
Whoa, comment dump. Jeff Woodworth says, is the night agent the one with Loki and House? I have no idea what that means. The night agent is about the government agent that answers the phone in the middle of the night when other government agents are in trouble. It's a phenomenal show. Phenomenal. If you have not seen it, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
It is so good. So good. And I also do not see, just real quick, I do not see updates that say Devontae Adams is not playing. So I'm waiting on it. Trust me when I say I'm waiting on it.
That boy waiting on that Devontae news. You know.
I think I'm all right. So let's just hope so, right? Because I need Devontae to come through. What did you say, Sean Rollins? Sean Rollins, I listen to the program. This is my show. Well, I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. Mike Phillips, 18 to 29 is not millennial. Well, that wasn't I was more Jake's 29. He's about to turn 30. You're on the young end of millennials. Right?
I think I'm on the look it up. Yeah, I don't remember the year range. I think millennials are like 86 to like 99.
I'm pretty sure you are correct. Millennials are 1981 to 1996. So you're on the.
I am on the late end.
Yeah, you're on the late end.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you guys, man. If you are, and if again, I'm just gonna say, since we're talking about it, look at the millennial age, man, 30 to 44, and really it's 18 to 44 covers the millennials. Bro, you're 39%.
Yeah, dude. That's that's why I got back in the gym this week, and I'm happy with progress so far.
You need to. Yeah, tomorrow's arm day. Just so you know. I'm just saying. Woodworth, he has an active status on my fantasy team. Good, Jeff. Glad to hear it. Joseph Harper, the night agent phone then must ring off the hook. Dude.
Yeah, you ain't even playing.
Such a good show. Whoa, Fat Jesus. I used to eat nachos while watching The Biggest Loser. My guy. Love it. Tom Dean, I'd rather sit at my desk and listen to the program than exercise. Truth. Absolutely right. That's why and Mrs. Monty and I have talked about this. That's why I chose golf. I have a love-hate relationship with golf. I love it all the time, and I hate that I suck at it. But it gets me 10,000 steps, and it burns. Every time I go to the driving range, I burn 1,100 and something calories. It's great exercise, man. It is great exercise. And you know what else it does? It makes me get in the gym because I want to hit the ball with more force.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to swing harder. I just want to hit the ball with more force. Right? So
how do you do that? Put muscle on.
Yeah. Aaron Wilson, I'm 6'4", 220 and considered overweight. Well, BMIs are such BS.
Yeah, I would not be listening to BMI, dude.
Barfing Chickens, 18 to 26 is Gen Z. Millennials start at 27 now. Yeah. It's wild. And I can't believe how out of shape we are as Americans. Do you guys take working out? And I'm being serious. Do you guys take working out seriously? Do you guys take your health seriously? Do you how many people get physicals? Like I can't drag him to the doctor with a tow truck. What?
Okay. First of all.
Oh God.
Yes. When you're paying for your own health insurance, doing anything medically is not a good idea.
Right.
Number one.
But it's
number two,
never been your
number
thing.
two.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor is going to tell you what you know, what you already know. And if you don't know it, you're lying to yourself. If you are like myself, as a perfect example, I know that I need to probably lose 20 or 30 at least. If I want to be in prime condition, probably need to lose 40, 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In terms of heart health, yeah, cholesterol runs in my family, which is why I've taken my vitamins every day this week. Now, will that continue for the next year? Couldn't tell you. Do everything I can do to do it, but I haven't been good about it. So I know if I go to the doctor, they're going to tell me I have high cholesterol, which means I should probably take my vitamins and I should probably exercise every day. It's not rocket science, dude.
And you need to eat more fiber.
Okay, great.
But you hate oats.
Yeah, I don't enjoy oatmeal. That doesn't mean I can't eat fiber.
Oats is a hack of mine. But you got to eat vegetables, and you hate vegetables. I think salad to a certain... I've been doing a lot of research on salad. Not all salad's equal, and not all salad's good for you. But there's no doubt vegetables are good for you. There's no doubt, like, one of the other things you hate is bananas, which is cool. Oh, you also ate strawberries and blueberries.
It's not true. I eat strawberries and blueberries.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't hate strawberries and blueberries.
I thought you hated it.
No.
That's fine. OG Gary says fruit smoothies.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is, Gary, your body, the way your body uses that is different than if you eat it whole. Like, you need to do your homework on that. If you blend it up, your body's going to retain it differently than if you eat it normally, just how it comes out the box.
So for me, the way I get fruits is oats. And I love, like, I put blueberries in, like, we bought these overnight oats at Costco. So you make the overnight oats, you pull them out of the refrigerator in the morning, and I put a bunch of blueberries and bananas on top, and it is phenomenal. Like mango, when we were in Hawaii, I had some of the best mango. Pineapple, like, I'm telling you, yeah, it is what it is. It is how it is. UW Jim, how fruits come out of the box, LOL.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying, though.
Yes, I do. Carrie Lee, physicians have gotten so streamlined to a point it's down to urine samples and blood draws. So it's really no big deal to go. I totally disagree. My doctor's not urine samples and blood draws. I will tell you that when I go to the doctor, he does take blood, but he does a complete panel. So it's not just, hey, is your cholesterol high? Like, I get everything. And it's like the colonoscopy thing. So many people are like, I'm not getting a colonoscopy. You got to get a colon. My doctor was like, I'm not giving you an option. When are we going to schedule it? And I think that's what you need your doctor to do. Like, my doctor tells me all the time, you're never going to die of a heart attack, but man, I'd love to see you lose 20 pounds. My doctor says that to me every year. And this year I lost like 45 pounds. And he's like, man, that's great. I'd like to see you lose 20 more. Like, fuck. Admittedly, the weight thing is my thing.
I also think that you guys are very lucky that you get to help each other. Not everybody has that advantage. And
your partner has to help you.
And
no doubt about it.
And I think that you guys, like, if Mrs. Monty didn't cook for you, how different would the situation be? You know what I mean? Like, if she wasn't as good a cook as she was, or didn't enjoy cooking as much.
And she did not used to cook a lot. She has made herself into, she's not a cook anymore. She's like a chef. She makes high level meals that are complex. Like, she loves doing it too. You're right. Your partner has to help you. If your partner wants to go to the gym and you won't go to the gym, I think you're being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
If your partner wants to eat better and you keep going to fast food, you're being selfish. If your partner's struggling to, like in your case, take vitamins, you need your girlfriend to say, hey, did you take your vitamins today? It's that simple. And accountability is absolute.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Monty and I have that. We work very hard on it. And I didn't want to get out of bed and go to the gym this morning. She turned on the lights, dude. It's not an option anymore. We're up at 5 o'clock every day. It's not an option anymore. Because if it's an option, you're not going to do it.
Yep.
You're not going to do it. I look at guys like Big Daddy Magic having a heart attack. I'd never want to have a heart attack. My father-in-law died in the water in Hawaii. I want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It's why I try to stay away from added sugar. Now, am I 100%? No, I had gummy bears the other day. I will occasionally eat a Snickers bar. I will never drink soda. Like, it's a hard no. I think if you're somebody that drinks soda, you're saying to yourself, yeah, I'm okay having diabetes. I'm okay taking in added, fake sugar. I'm okay with it. I'm going to drink this soda. If you're like John Daly's on TV in our studio smoking a cigarette, I'm okay getting cancer. Yeah, I mean that's the reality of it.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
If you're smoking if you're a guy that dips or you chew tobacco, you're okay getting cancer. You're okay lopping off half your face. If you're not willing to wear sunblock or UV protected clothes, you're okay getting skin cancer. It just is what it is. I cannot tell you how many posts on my Instagram I've gotten shit about wearing long sleeve shirt in 100-degree weather when I was golfing over the summer. Yeah, but I'm not getting skin cancer, am I? No, I'm not. Like, I don't care. I want to live to be 100 minimum because I have to believe by the time I'm 100, technology is going to improve vastly.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be part of that, So, yeah, Tom Dean, don't buy chips, popcorn, cake, candy to bring it home. It's a lot easier to skip that. I cannot remember a time where we've had less food in our house than we've had in the last year. Like, you walk into my house, you don't get candy. You don't get sugar. You get things like oats. Jake never eats at my house anymore because he doesn't want, like, food prep rice and chicken breast. Right? I mean,
just look, I think that you guys
flip off. Tampa Bay Rays have traded Tyler Glasnow to the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, you always knew Glasnow was getting traded.
Deal is contingent on Glasnow signing a contract extension with the Dodgers. Jesus, they're going to be good for a decade.
Yeah, we'll see.
So frustrating. How are the Cubs doing? Oh, nothing. They're not doing good because, well, they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go. Mike Smith, you drink Bucked Up. You're drinking sodas. No, I'm not. That's absolutely 100% not the
we
case.
almost got out of here, and then you made that kind of comment. Dude.
It's 100% not accurate.
The narrative that a sugar-free energy drink like Bucked Up is the same thing as soda is one of the dumbest takes out there.
It's not. You want to argue the merits of carbonation? I'm here for it. I'm not like you. Go read the Buckshot label. Go read the Buckshot label. Go read. There's a reason that we partnered with Bucked Up because the ingredients they put in their cans are very different than a can of soda. And I will die on that hill.
Okay.
I will die on that hill. Okay, there you go. Happy birthday to Dakota Tubbs. Everybody in the comment section.
Happy birthday, dude.
Please say happy birthday to Dakota Tubbs. Dakota, we appreciate you. Glad you were born. Hope you have a phenomenal day. Advocates, theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow. When Jakey Two Holes will be 3 days away from 30.
Right.
Say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.